Welcome back, dude and dudettes, to another wild episode of Send It Mate. We're here to talk about all things hunting and outdoors. And today, we've got something that'll keep your gear running smoother than a dingo's getaway.
That's right. Our show is brought to you by High Caliber, the gun and knife oil company that knows how to keep your firearms and blades in tip-top shape.
High Caliber is like the secret sauce for hunters, anglers, and outdoorsy folk everywhere. It's like the magic potion that makes your gun and knives happier than a dog with two tails.
You know, guys, I've been using High Caliber oil for a while now, and let me tell you, it's the duck's nuts. My rifle practically sings a lullaby when I take it out hunting.
And speaking of lullabies, ever tried sneaking up on a deer with a squeaky gun? It's a prime way to end up with no venison in the freezer. You'll be hungrier than a vegan at a bacon festival.
Absolutely. But with High Caliber oil, your gun will be quieter than a ninja in moonlight. You'll be stalking your prey with the grace and stealth of a mountain lion.
High Caliber doesn't just keep things quiet, it also prevents rust and corrosion, so you won't find your gear looking like it spent a season at the bottom of a creek.
That's right, and for you knife enthusiasts out there, High Caliber has got you covered too. Your trusty blade will slice through anything smoother than butter on a hot biscuit.
So, folks, don't let your gear become a rusty, squeaky mess. Head on over to highcaliber.com.au and grab a bottle of their oil today.
And if you use the code SENDITMATE at checkout, you'll get a special discount. I say again, use the code SENDITMATE for all your oil slick, stealthy hunting needs.
Thanks to High Caliber, you'll be sending it in style and silence.
So, gear up, oil up, and send it, mate. High Caliber, the ultimate oil for the ultimate hunter.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Send It Mate podcast. I am Ryan.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Josh.
And we have a guest episode for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, you are so fucking lucky.
To hear Ryan's voice.
To hear my voice. You're welcome.
What's going on, guys?
Well, Tim, how are you, mate? We'll introduce you properly. We've got Tim from Excite Yourself 4 Drive tonight. How you going, man?
Good, man. Excited. Nervous. I don't know why. But
I hope you're excited. It's in the fucking name.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, he's quick. He's witty. His name is
I
Ryan.
heard that before.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh, it's just a fucking dude who annoys everyone.
Yeah, bro. How's your week been?
Good, man. Stressful, but, just keep cracking along and, best thing you can do is look forward. No point wasting time looking backwards.
Oh, I like that attitude, man. That's a real can-do attitude.
That's it.
It is. Just get up and do it.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, before the show, we were talking. You said there was a bit of spicy. What did you call it? The spicy
cough.
The spicy
Spicy
cough.
cough.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
Is that? I'm obviously referring to COVID, but the spicy cough, is that what we're calling it now? Is it?
Yeah, well, we do. So, it's just whatever you want to really call it. But, yeah, I guess the lingo these days is spicy cough and, making up for the workers that are down. So,
I suppose it's a little bit more.
yeah, it's still a
PC
thing,
than-
apparently.
Well, because Space AIDS has been kicking around. I think it's a bit more PC than that one.
Yeah.
My stuff is well said. Stop getting dirty looks from everyone.
Spicy cough seems more
Spicy cough.
rainbow.
Yes. It's better than spicy tuna.
It has pronouns.
Bam. He's on it.
So you've been a bit under the pump, man. A few workers down where you work.
Yep. Pretty much pulling the old 5:30 to 5 and, just keep cracking. So,
Nice.
Ouch.
yeah, tough.
That's hard slog, man.
You need to get out full driving more, mate.
I do. It's a bit hard at the moment with with another bub on the way, but
Congratulations.
Nice. Well done, son.
thank you very much. Doing a reno at the moment, so that's got to be done in the next few weeks for everything to happen. And so fingers crossed it comes on time and not early.
I can save you some coin and time there, man. Just buy a caravan and pop smoke. Dead set.
No, caravans have pronouns as well. And,
It's called shit.
It's called
what's wrong with just the old swag on the roof and just go?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I like to poop in a toilet these days. And have a shower.
Most campsites have those.
Yeah. Oh, campsite.
Nah, you're
Free.
getting fucking old, Josh. You're soft. You've gone soft in your. I mean, you were soft before, but now you've gone from like marshmallow soft to like that squeegee little putty thing that kids play with soft. You're just fucking soft.
We literally have the guru, like, and we know when you go four-wheel drive and you're throwing your basic luxuries in, like your swag, something to shit on, some toilet paper. So why not just go a little bit further?
No
toilet paper.
I take toilet paper, or I take the old wipes for the pommy shower in the morning.
Yep.
But no, when it comes to shitting and pissing, mate, up against a tree with the old spade.
I love it.
It's El Natural, bro.
What do you do for
Exactly
a shower?
right.
No shower, or just
the old
baby
pommy
wipes? Yeah,
Yeah.
Or jump in a river if there's one available.
yeah. That's
100%. Exactly right. I was actually meant to go camping last week, and we've been pretty under the pump up here with the rain, as you've all probably seen. And we're our local campsites and where we go is about 2 hours away, and they're just washed away at the moment. So,
Oh,
How is that all going for you guys? Are you, other than that, are you affected by it at all?
so George's River is probably about 300 metres down the road from me, and that thing popped its banks several times. Work was flooded a couple of times there as well. It was stupid with the amount of rain we had. As an example, I got a pretty big pool, and I dropped about 300 mil out of it one night by accident, and it filled up within 3 days.
Yeah, wow.
So, the amount of volume that it shows is off its head.
yeah, that's nuts.
So,
Yeah.
I feel sorry for all the affected people out there. You know, from what's happened to me is nothing compared to, some of the other people, and hearts and prayers go out to them all. So,
100%, man.
Absolutely.
Bloody hell.
yeah. And then we
Bloody stress at work, renovations, bubble on the way, floods, it's all happening.
now we got mozzies. Now mozzies are all coming out. There's some new Japanese thing that's flying around. So,
Oh, and encephalitis.
give it 2 weeks, that'll be everywhere.
I was going to say that hit Adelaide probably, or Murray down here, probably about 3 weeks ago. Bit of an outbreak, but I think they've contained it pretty well down here. But yeah, your way with all the mozzies, that's going to spread rampant.
Yeah, it's so humid now too. We just can't catch a break of the weather. So, one day it's pissing down rain, next minute it's 35 degrees. So the mozzies just love it.
Yeah.
They got a vaccine for that.
For the
SARS. Yeah, it's SARS.
They got a vaccine for everything now, didn't you know?
Yeah.
I get where you're going with this.
No, we won't go down that rabbit hole because that'll chew through a lot of time.
It will.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want
my thoughts are very similar to you boys. So if you want to go down that road, we can go down that road. But
Mate, give it another couple of beers, we probably will. But we'll just. I think we'll start off with the questions and get this ball rolling.
We're gonna. I just want to interject. Like, so I was at the shops to get me contacts or me prescription again today, and it's like no one cares anymore. No one was wearing masks here in Adelaide. Like, we still got to supposedly have to wear masks still, but no one was wearing them.
I think it's because we've just had the state elections and now we've got. Was it Labor that got in?
correct?
Now, as opposed
you
to
just got a new
Liberals.
premier, didn't you?
Yep. And then one of their commitments was to get rid of all of the mandates, and I think everyone's just gone, well, fuck it, in a week's
Let's
time.
do it now.
Yeah, let's do it now. I mean, I haven't been wearing a mask for about 4 weeks, and no one has said a thing. So
You're right.
I've been trying my luck everywhere I go. In most places, no one says anything. I went and bought lunch today. Walked in, she starts serving me. Then she goes, "Oh, actually, I can't serve you till you put a mask on. Have you got one?" I'm like, "It's in the car." She's like, "I'll get you one." I'm like, and then the guy behind me didn't have one on, and she served him. I'm like, I feel this is what racism feels like.
it's because
It's
you're
about as close
super
to.
white. You're just super, super white. And she's like, this
You are
guy's
very
got
white.
to be a racist.
Look, I'm proud of that. So
Pigment.
What, being white or being racist?
Jesus.
No, the masks up here is very similar as well. We got rid of them. Oh, it was meant to be 3 times over, but once the mask went, everyone was pretty happy about it. And I've tried actively not wearing one for the last 2 years. But as you said, it's almost like a racism thing. You don't wear one, you get frowned upon. I've watched guys get physically sick from wearing them. From the start of the day to the end of the day, and they're physically sick, and people are, "Oh, no, they're full of shit," but you can see it. So my belief is just if you're going to catch it, you're going to catch it. The mask isn't going to do anything. So
there's a whole bunch of stuff that had come out previously, but is now being accepted about masks doing fuck all because the transfer of it and the way that the virus works and that sort of thing. It's just it's just a bunch of wank.
Yeah, look, if my pants can't catch a fart, what's that going to do? That's how I say it.
Probably good.
That's sound logic.
That is a
backed
good
by
analogy.
science.
Yeah. There's research. It works 90% of the time all the time.
I've read papers on this.
Ryan will be asking you for the data sheet afterwards.
I just need you to send me through your references, please.
That's fine.
Now, Tim, we should let people know. We first started chatting to you, I think in the early days of when you'd started your Excite Yourself four-wheel drive
It
page.
was.
And I think we pretty much worked out then and there that we're pretty similar sort of bloke. So that was good to have a chat then. Now, what is the Excite Yourself four-wheel drive page about, if you can let people know?
So it started off pretty simple and just me getting out there with the kids and whoever wanted to tag along. I haven't always been into four-wheel driving, probably kicked off about 7 years ago and just fell in love with it. It's probably the best way to explain it, Josh, would probably be the same way as when you first hear a deer and that holler and you just hit you straight away.
Yeah.
That was type of thing with four-wheel driving camping, went out and just went, this is fucking easy. And so simple, the fresh air and everything, and there's no bullshit around you. Yep. And took off from there, My missus was also sick of me buying everybody else's merch. So she was like, start something yourself, If they're getting on it, they can start buying your shit. So, an idea came up one night and we got onto it and just took off from there. And then the old spicy cough hit and did 2 trips and the spicy cough came back and kind of shut everything down. And so from there, I went, well, I'm not going to close the page. I'm not a quitter. So turned it into a bit of a reshare page. So everyone sends their Forbies in or campsites and, share what everybody else loves. Not everyone has massive followers and all that. So give it to somebody who can see it. Yeah. Give other people inspiration, So, I'm just that guy trying to help everyone out. And here we are, So
You bet, man. I mean, it's
nice and easy.
It's very similar to us with that community where we're about, more so fishing and hunting and the outdoors. Yours is more full driving focused, but then also the outdoors as well, which is good to see. So, man, I think we're pretty well aligned in that regard. And it's good to see people that are passionate about outdoor pursuits. I think that's just the best thing you can be doing, getting outdoors.
Oh, exactly right. Yeah. I mean, I've met some of my best mates through it, talking shit, and then we become best mates. I've met a lot of assholes through it as well, but, you get that in any community. So, it's, that's it. Keep it nice and simple. And, as the name says, just get excited. Get out there and do what you want to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to some questions and find out a bit about yourself and get the listeners up to speed with where you're at with things. Tim, where are you from?
New South Wales. So, not the most glamorous full driving places, but, short drive, 2-3 hours away, and we're in the thick of it.
Beautiful.
Which is fantastic. So, suburbia at the moment, but country boy at heart. So I just want to get out there and get out of Sydney, I guess. And, but that's where I'm from, Sydney.
Yeah, beautiful, man. Always been there?
Yes. So I did a short stint for about a year and a half up in Queensland, up near Roma. So it's literally in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
If you go Roma, and go in another hour and a half. Yep. So it's 5 pubs, and that's busy as it gets. And, revisited it not long ago when my grandfather passed away, and just memories flooded back in. And me and the wife had probably one of the best nights of our lives up there, in one night. So it just shows the country towns are the best thing to go.
Is this why there's another pub on the way, or?
No, that was 2 years ago. Unless there's one somewhere else. But,
okay, just clarifying. You said it was a pretty good night, so.
There was practicing. Practicing went into it.
Best part of it.
Oh, exactly right. You can't get enough.
What were you doing up there?
So my grandfather wasn't too well, and just went up to say my farewells.
Yep.
And which was good. It made me feel a bit good. And then got to tell him that I was going to propose, and that was kind of a closed chapter. So I got to do that. But that was the thick of it. Just say goodbye, show the missus outback, I guess you can class it, and just a whole different world. You as soon as you get out of Sydney 3 hours, it's like things change, but you get out 10 hours and it's a different world. It really is a desert out there.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. And it's so
it's not ritzy or anything like that, like the 3 hours away.
No.
It's still ritzy, and you get out that another few hours and it starts getting crazy.
Yeah. We're sitting at this pub, and probably the roughest pub you've ever been to, but, got there sitting there next minute, we're all throwing at ice at each other just for fun. And complete random, just trying to scare my missus to get rid of the fucking hiccups. and then doing the old runner when the cop rocks up because you're sleeping in a motel down the road, but you got to get your car back. And then you walk back because you can't drive. But oh man, small town, 5 pubs. The place I was living on was 150,000 hectare. So it's a day trip to get around it type of thing. But I learned some great life lessons up there as well, which I take to the root, which is good.
Yeah,
it's simple. That's what it is. It's simple up there, and don't overcomplicate shit. And that's where it happens.
Yeah,
love it, man. That's what it's about.
Simple's good.
Yep.
All right, question 2. What is your favourite food?
This is hard. There's so many. We've got to go to Palmy. Palmy's probably it's up there. For me, I'll put a bit of Diane sauce on the side as well. And
Oh, you're a Diane guy.
Yes, I love the old Diane. So bring it.
Now I'm hungry.
That's a good choice, man. That's a good choice. If a pub can't do a Palmy right, there's no point in progressing to a steak.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
Is that your tip of the day, is it?
Oh, no, my tip of the day would be if you want your carrots to last longer, put them in a jar of water and put them away. They'll last 2 weeks. But no.
Fuck me, that's left field.
Fucking Ryan asked, but hey.
I just love that you had that on the tip of your fucking tongue. Like, put your carrots in the
You
jar.
have a freezer or
That's going to be the quickest response you've ever given. You're just like, bam! That's great.
I'm genuinely gobsmacked.
So hang on.
You asked.
So if you want your carrots to last longer, as in like instead like keep them hard instead of going floppy,
Yeah.
you put them in a jar of water.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense because
Should
they
be good.
dry out.
Should be good for 2 weeks.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Celery
start,
as
I'm
well,
gonna start
mate.
doing that now.
Celery will last a few days if you do the same thing.
Yeah, but celery shit, so who wants to save it?
Yeah. Who eats fucking
I don't know.
vegetables
Celery
anyway?
with peanut butter on it is the bee's fucking knees.
Oh,
You get the crunch and then you get the peanut.
No,
Nah,
just
can't say I've had it.
skip the celery and fucking spoon feed the peanut butter.
Yeah, but then the peanut butter clogs my throat because I eat too quickly.
And then your dog enters the room and it gets awkward.
Yeah. And then because you both don't talk about last night, but you're both looking at each other like you're remembering last night. And then you go, well, what now?
Enter Josh's teenage years.
I don't know, man. How do you go looking at apples now?
Oh, yeah. That's why he has a love affair with fruit, mate.
That is a story never to be told.
Making fruit salad means something entirely different in Caleb's household.
It does, and no one's ever going to find out on this podcast. Moving right along, Tim, what was your first job?
I was a welder. Started as a MIG welder, and straight out the gates, I didn't want to do the old Red Rooster or Pizza Hut and all that type of shit. I didn't want to send myself that low, I guess.
Nothing wrong with Red Rooter, mate. Nothing wrong with Red Rooter.
I couldn't do it. I just could not work with food and just serving dickheads on counters, and it's so I got my car. Oh no, sorry, I had a push bike at the time, and when started actually there was I can't remember the year, but we had riots going on where I used to live, and
Like the Cronulla riots?
Sorry,
The Cronulla riots?
no, Macquarie Fields. So it was just before Cronulla.
How many
And,
riots have there been?
Lots, man.
The time reference.
There was a couple of idiots in cars, and they hit a curb, and they blamed the police, and they thought it was police brutality, and this is before social media kicked on. So the best thing you could do is just go outside and burn cars and close streets off, and so but I was looking for a job at the time, and calling up for jobs right then was really hard, saying where you're from when that's going on, and some guy took me in and became a MIG welder, and did that for about a year and a half. And then between that and now, I had about 1,600 jobs, and kind of settled where I am now, and happy with it.
Well, yeah.
Good, man. I mean, that's the main thing is where you've landed, I guess. But it's awesome to try
The way I
things
see
like
it, the way I see it now, I've got that much life experience, from all the jobs I've done. I've got a diploma in IT, but didn't touch it. I've done landscaping for 5.5 years, and I was a cattle hand. I've done everything. Master of what's the saying? Master of
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
That's the one.
But the rest of that quote is Jack of all trades, master of none, but a
Freak in the bed.
No, fuck. I'll come back with you. I'll come back to you with that one.
He's
I think you've said that on the show once, actually.
I have. I've just forgotten what it is.
you can tell he lives by it.
But yeah, no. So yeah, first job was MIG welder, and now I'm a manager selling plumbing fittings. So happy life, and live 2 seconds from work. Some days the hours are shit, but as I said, 2 hours from work, so I can't get much better than that.
Perfect. That is a jack of all trades, is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. So it's actually in the favour of the people that know more than just one trade.
Well, yeah.
And it's true. That's the whole quote.
It is.
I think because you get so much more experience, man. Question: how many burns do you have from being a welder?
I've actually got, I don't know if the light is going to show, scar straight across there.
Solid.
That was a 4-inch flat disc for a grinder.
Ouch.
Yeah, it went about 1.5 inches into my arm. So that was good
Were
times.
you wearing a 3/4 glove or just a hand glove?
Yeah, gloves. No, so yeah, stupid idiot before me just unplugged it, didn't turn off at the actual grinder itself. So I bent down and plugged it in, and she skipped across the table and went straight through my arm.
Oh shit!
So yeah, good times there. Went to the doctors, no stitches. They couldn't. The gap was too big to stitch, and just packed it, went back to work. So
they call widow makers for a reason.
Oh, exactly right. Exactly.
That's true. You go on site.
It is.
We can't use 9 inches on site at all anymore because
they've been banned.
They kill too many people.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bloody hell.
I've seen one chase a guy across the floor.
Fucking
And it
hell.
wasn't even plugged in.
Yeah.
Jeez. I can't believe that.
That's disturbing because I was using my 9-inch grinder when I had my business, man.
Oh, I still use it. It's just not supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck
that's right.
using a tiny little grinder to cut big, you got to cut out wells, you cut out steel. Fuck that.
Rio.
Yeah.
Grinding concrete
Supervisor's
down,
not
all
there.
that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a supervisor on site and I used the 9-inch grinder. It's a dumb rule. It is dangerous.
Sometimes you're the reason for the OHS meetings.
Yeah,
and
man.
sometimes you're the
Oh,
one
dude,
stuff just
before those
shit.
rules came in, because I was installing Hebel for a while there, and we used to use a 9-inch with a masonry blade on it to cut out all the shit across the parapets and stuff. And we'd be up on a ladder, like some bloke would be holding the bottom of this like dicky ladder, and I'm out there like stubbies and a wife beater, just racking out this 9-inch above my head, and then it'd catch in the rear. You'd you're right. But it was quick, so that's why we did.
Or you lose a blade, the blades used to shatter.
Oh yeah, man, good times.
Good.
You're like, everyone's like, oh fuck, and then you look at each other and laugh.
Yeah. You're like, testicles, wallet.
Yeah.
Eyes.
I'm good.
good.
Bleeding. Nope.
I'm
Okay,
But you don't wear glasses either when you
God,
grind. You see the old squint.
Oh,
That's your safety glasses.
Eyelashes are a safety barrier.
the last time I welded something, man, I wore a polar fleece, actually, and that was bad. That was bad. Like, it was one of those things where it wasn't like big enough to get changed and do anything. So I'm just like, I'll just do it now. And then, my polar fleece caught a light.
Oh, Tim, how many times do you set yourself on fire?
I was just going to say there was this one time where the old sparks are hitting the back wall and my back's on fire, and you're welding, you're grinding, you're hot anyway. Yeah. And next to this guy's coming going smack, smack, smack. What's going on? My back's on
Whilst
fire.
you're grinding still.
Yes, it was. I stopped real quick. I'm like, what's going on? And I had this hole in my back like yay big. And it was the last time I wore a cotton shirt. But,
Yeah, wow.
a few times I used to get the old welder's burn. I wore stubbies once, and I used to weld inside petrol tankers. Yeah. And, get inside them, and they're pure silver. So, a lot of reflective stuff in there. And, you start using the plasma or the MIG, and reflection goes everywhere, and you're not thinking about it. And then you get out and you look like you just sat in the sun for 6.5 hours, and, and the next day you're not moving.
Yeah, super painful. I reckon welding burns worse than sunburn.
100%. 100%.
Kills.
Or the eyes. When you do the old flash and you just close your eyes, and next day it feels like you're sandpaper.
You're like,
So
you put your hand over, you're like trying to look away, but you just don't quite make your timing right. You just fuck my eyes.
Yeah.
You do a ScoMo. You do a ScoMo the other day where he's going to arc and look straight at the flash. Smart cookie, that one.
Yeah, he is indeed. All right, Tim,
Yeah.
if you could trade places with anyone in the world, who would that be?
As everybody says, this is such a hard question, and I've been thinking about it for a while now, but I think I've got the answer. Mine would be Cameron Haynes.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa,
Cameron
I
Haynes.
like it. I like it.
Yeah.
That dude is a machine, man.
Oh man, I've been following him for probably since he came, like before he turned into who he is, I guess.
Yep.
And
Glad you finished that sentence.
my body is how his used to be. Shit. Bad knees and elbows, and he used to be the same thing. And he just went, fuck it, and got out there one day, started running and said, I'm going to get to the top of this mountain one day, and just kept pumping until he got there. And the things he takes down, fuck, like there's some big shit, you know?
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
You seen?
Next to him would be Adam Greentree. I don't know if you guys know.
Ah,
of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I found him through Cameron, and kudos to him when he went to New Zealand and he fell off the glacier
Yeah.
and was stuck under there for like a day and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
Like just to walk out from that and be, yeah, cool, let's go again. That's balls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
both pretty epic blokes, I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I watched a reel of Cameron Haynes the other day, and he's got a elk head on his back, and he's bent over, but he's clearly not bent over because of the weight. It's because the rack
Yes.
is so big that if he was to straighten up, he'd be dragging like the crown on the ground,
Yeah.
man. Like it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It puts it into perspective of just how monstrous elk are. Like,
Oh, and as you
insane.
said, the sounds.
Yeah.
Like when I first got into hunting, and it's like, what the fuck is that? And then you see it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's the sexiest sound I've ever heard.
yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah.
Gets me.
Bars you up, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh,
At night,
100%.
you make that sound to your missus, mate. She'll just turn on like a light switch.
I did, and she was like, "Why the fuck is a walrus in here?"
What the fuck are you doing with those antlers on your head? Stop it, you poke me in the eye.
I did the old dominance thing, you know, how the old deer like scrub up the grass and throw it up around. I did that with the washing. She wasn't too
Oh, dear.
Love it.
I got to admit, Adam seems like he's doing all right, actually, from, like, obviously I don't know him. None of us know him like, personally, but from Instagram, he looks like he's absolutely killing it, eh?
Yeah,
Bloody hell, he
big
gets
move
out
to get
enough.
to WA as well. Just up and leave everything over here, just to move over there for a bit,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
set of balls on him, give it to him.
That's the worst state to hunt, too. Like,
Yes,
like
there's
the
nothing.
worst state to hunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
What, is that just because there's never been anything introduced over there, or is it?
No, it's the law.
essentially, correct. Yeah, and then you're like Marin. Like Marin's a 2 or 3 week season, you know. Whereas over here, you can get yabbies whenever you want. You know, go down the creek, whatever, you're done.
Yeah.
You know, over there, Marin is like a 2 or 3 week season.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got goats and that, but, you know, nothing to write home about.
Especially coming from like Queensland, where you've got like fish, like it's like what
Yep.
the fish hub of Australia, man. Like,
Yes. Yep.
just amazing.
I agree.
Up and leave
Yeah.
that for WA. Fuck that.
There's got to be a reason then. Like he's not doesn't seem like the sort of dude that would like research and be like, oh, there's nothing there, so fuck it, I'm going.
Oh, I'd no doubt.
I don't think it was for hunting, actually. I think it was something personal. Him and his whole family went over there to, I think it was a community thing, actually. So I'd have to look into it. But, yeah, kudos to him just to up and leaving, you know.
Would you
Yes.
would you do a Cameron Haynes and jog up a mountain?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah. So just recently, I used to be, 6 years ago, bad marriage, and just went, fuck this, and just worked on personal health. And I dropped 40 kilo. And, you know, now coming back to a desk job, you know, you slowly start packing it on.
Yeah.
And, you know, so just recently, 2 weeks ago, just started walking again, you know, start small, started doing a couple of K, and, you know, it's all in the mind. Yeah, you have to be willing to change.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Kudos,
but
man.
yes, 100% to a mountain.
And those guys are right as well. Like, I don't know if you know David Goggins and all that. Like, the mental mindset of, I woke up today and I just couldn't be fucked and I didn't want to do anything, but I still went and did something like physical.
Yep. Yes.
You know, that's a part and parcel that, you know, like you finish work, you're wrecked, you're fucked, you don't want to do anything. But you know what? Even if you just walked around the block, that's better than having
doing
a
anything.
skip day, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's just, I agree. If you don't do it, then you've wasted time to start with.
Yeah.
You've wasted your own time, which I think time is money these days.
Yeah.
And your physical health is next. If you don't have that in check, well, then what are you doing?
I think there's also a misconception that people find it easy to do this, but the reality is that it's hard for everyone. So
Yeah, man.
it's
Yeah.
just.
But the more you do it, your mental capacity and strength increases.
Sorry, I should rephrase it. It's hard to start.
Yeah.
But once you get into the routine, you pick it up, and then you miss a day. You're like, fuck.
Personally, I think that 2 week mark, like most people, like I did a full week last week. This week they sort of take a back seat or things get in the road or whatever. If you can push past that 2 week mark, it starts to become
You form a habit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, there's been studies. I was actually literally talking about this yesterday. So there's a study where it used to be 21 days it takes yourself to get into a routine.
Mm-hmm.
It's now, I think I said 20, and it's the first 5 to 10 that actually that's where you break. That's where you need to get into it. They're going to succeed or fail.
Yeah.
And I'm trying this with my kid right now. Let's try something for 21 days, and once you've done that, it's routine. You don't even think about it; you just do it.
Yeah.
And that's, as you said, if you do wake up one day and go, "Fuck it, do I have to do it?" Well, you've lost. Just get up and keep going. Look at your end goal. So.
Yeah. And let's face it, like the practicality of it as well in our sort of hobbies and things like that. The fitter you are, then if you'll get your car stuck and you've got to dig it out or something like that, well, it suddenly is not a big deal. Like it's not an effort to do. It's not a chore because you're fit. You've already passed that sort of boundary and you're like, oh, yeah, sick. I'll just smash this out in 2 fucking seconds and then we'll fucking hit the track again.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, people think, I'll just chuck a max track under there. Well, you got to dig that out first.
Yeah,
depending on how hard your sand is. As you probably boys been on sand dunes. It's your third scoop, and you're like, shit, what's going on?
Yeah.
But as you said, the more the fitter you are, you benefit yourself.
Yeah.
It's this all round, man. Life's just better when you're fit. Like if you got kids, you can keep up with your kids. You can do more around the house. You just don't get worn out the way that you do if you're a couch potato. So, and you feel better. Like you're just fucking positive. Everything about the way that your body is, the physical activity makes it work the way that it should.
100%. Yeah.
And you supplement
don't get
that
tired
with
as easy as well.
Yeah. You supplement that with a strict meat-only diet, and you're basically like a fucking
Settle down.
gorilla, mate. You fucking
See, I tried the meat-only thing. And
don't
No.
do not hurt my ears. Don't hurt my ears.
Put him in his place, Tim.
Whoa.
No, tried that, and I bought a lot of air fresheners. Put it that way for the house.
Oh man, that's all right.
No, I'm actually with you, Tim, but I tried it and I was lethargic as all fuck. I was
You got
on
to
it for
break
2
past
weeks.
that. We just spoke about this. You got to break
I
past
was
that
on it
21
for,
days.
I was on it for, if I'm in a laborious job and I have not got the energy to be able to get on a shovel, I'm like, nah, fuck that. Give me some carbs.
Hey.
Nah, it just didn't work. Like maybe if I'm off the tools again, I might try it again. But it was 2 weeks of just trying to push through just the daily things, and I thought,
We just covered this. You got to break the 2 week mark. You got to go for longer.
that's to form habit.
Go harder.
That's
Go harder or go home.
I actually like fruit and vegetables.
Oh, he finally chimes in. Oh, I like fruit and veg. I'm
I like fruit and veg.
Pussy.
Sorry, I don't remember pressing the arsehole button again. Like I do have the soundboard in front of me. I don't think the arsehole button was pressed, Josh.
I can't hear you because
Just gotta say button.
clearly the vegetables have made you so quiet and meek that you're just not audible.
Dude,
Sorry.
they've made me healthy.
He didn't
I'm
push
gonna-
he didn't push stereo when he said it again.
Someone's been listening.
No, I'm going to continue eating the vegetables and I'm going to outlive you. Win the bet. So
Fuck no.
Shut the fuck up.
We made this bet, like who's going to outlive. Like, the
Oh yeah, we got a
longest.
bet going on. Who's going to be the?
Oh yeah.
I'll outlive them. I'll live them both.
Nah,
Like,
he's the first one to die.
nah,
Look how small he is.
Yeah, I reckon you're going to get gout or something, and just that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
nah.
No, my bet is on his liver's going to cark it.
Well, I drink less than you.
You drink
zero
less
alcohol
than
beer,
me.
of course you do.
See, it's all about the meat diet.
Yeah.
and some
No.
hops.
My
alcohol.
money's on Josh is going to die from liver failure. Caleb's going to die from someone else doing something stupid, and he's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
No.
So ironic things.
Is ironic things, yeah.
Nah. You die 100% first, Caleb. Look at you. We just spoke about this before the podcast. You look like you've aged like a century in the last fucking 3 years.
No, actually,
Are we talking dead or dead?
Like dead.
Yeah, dead. No pulse.
Dead.
Yeah.
We're actually talking about our receding hairlines before this. So.
Hey, well, I think like we're all that's where we're all.
I did exactly the same thing. I was like, dude, I put my hat up, and Josh is like, holy fuck. Yeah.
I'm 37, turning 38. Everyone takes the piss. I'm like, it is what it is. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
look, it's a two-pronged
Rogaine.
approach. You're either receding hairline or you just can't be fucked doing your hair like the young blokes do with all their fucking gel and bullshit. So
I'm column A and column
I
B.
used to laugh at guys who pay $45 every 3 weeks for a fade. I'm like, you know what? I pay $45 for a beard and a cut, and that's every 3 months. So
Josh gets his hair cut about every 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I'm like that. I like that old school barber. Like you go into the barbers and they do there's nothing better than a cutthroat, man, on your neck.
oh man, I'm hanging for it.
Oof, damn.
He likes to be touched by men in a risky manner.
That cutthroat's fucking
He always walks out with a boner.
oh,
Always.
bro. Yeah,
That's
happy
why
boner.
he pays extra.
Man, I'll get bonus.
Show me on the dot where he didn't touch you.
Do they cut through your pubes as well?
I wish, bro.
That's why he only goes after hours, man.
I actually got waxed once, a full body wax.
Whoa, hang on.
What?
Beyond the bikini line.
Yeah.
Crack as well?
Yep. The whole lot.
How bad was the regrowth?
Look, the ass was fucking terrible.
Because it would be
Yeah.
like your butt cheeks attacking each other.
Yeah, man. But when it was getting done,
If you gave each butt cheek a tiny little skewer to stab the other butt cheek,
Bro.
and then do that for like 3 days straight.
that wasn't that bad because like
chafing.
by this stage, I'd used it was called three something, and it was like a chafing cream because I was in the army. Like an anti-chafing cream, and it was mint. You just wipe some of that down your ass and you're good. But getting waxed, mate, how the fuck do women do it?
Yeah, I'm going to question though. So when you got your ass cracked, did you have to go like downward dog and spread, or like what happened there?
Legs in the air, surely.
Nah, I was laying on my stomach. It was
You're on your back with your legs in the air, weren't you?
it was not pleasant, to be honest. Not pleasant at all. Hey,
Just picture you butt naked with your ass out, like bending it like fucking Beckham with your back. Jesus Christ.
you got to do what you got to do, man.
Happening.
You got
Yeah, 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah. Look, low drag,
Did you
high
twerk
speed,
just before
mate.
they did it, looking at yourself in the
Nah,
mirror?
low drag, high speed, mate. That's all.
Low
That's
drag,
all you
high
needed.
speed.
That's all you needed. Low drag, high speed.
How long did it take for like your little hairs to grow back? How long until it was uncomfortable?
Yeah, look, waxing lasts longer. So you know how you shave, and like within a day you're getting like shit back. Like waxing lasted probably 3 or 4 days, so it's not worth it.
You should get laser, bro, if you're going to go to that extent.
Yeah. And then get your ass bleached at the same time.
What has happened to our podcast? We're talking about beauty tips. Let's move on.
You're in desperate need for some, bro. So that's all right.
Dude, you've got to embrace
Coming
the
from a
hair.
dude who just admitted he had his ass waxed.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Yes, there is.
It's 2022, mate.
There is everything wrong with
No, it's
that.
not. It's 2022.
Why do
You're
you
allowed to
need
do it.
Why do you need a pristine hairless
can I-
asshole?
all right.
So it was-
one
it was
more
a
question. One more question for you, Josh, and then we'll move on. Did you do it for you or did you do it for her?
No, I did it for a dare.
He did it for him.
I did it for a dare.
And did the red satin G-string feel better afterwards?
Have you wore G-bangers, mate? Most comfortable thing ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Send and Mate podcast, and we have just heard it all.
What if it was a dare? What did you win?
My pride.
Was it?
No, that doesn't make sense, does it?
No. You
was no
lost
dare.
all respect, and you won a new G-string. I'm assuming.
There was no dare.
No, there was a dare, but it was just like you gotta. When you say you're doing a dare and you're betting or gambling, you gotta follow through, man. You have to.
Did you pay for it?
No, I didn't actually.
That's the positive, I guess.
Were you dared by the person doing it?
No,
Was it a guy that
my
waxed your asshole?
entire section. It was a dare.
Your entire section
Yeah.
did it, or they dared you?
They dared us, so the loser had to go get their whole body. So I lost. I can't remember what the fuck.
Oh,
was.
so
I was
you
losing,
lost
mate.
a bet.
Yeah,
Now the truth comes out.
yeah.
Now this sounds a little bit more feasible.
Dare, yeah, bet, yeah, whatever you want
I
to
don't
do.
know. I like to think that he was just strolling down the street singing tra-la-la-la and went, ooh, waxing studio.
yeah, yeah.
With the old BG song.
I can tell by the way I use my voice. That's on my playlist, actually.
Great song, by the way. I love the Bee Gees.
Of course it is. All right. Let's move this on. Tim, you've alluded to it a couple of times now, but question 5, do you have kids?
I have a pack. We'll call it a pack.
Pack.
So,
A wolf pack.
yeah, a 4-pack. I literally, I'm 2 off of 6. So it's,
You're going to go for 6?
No, I love. Sorry,
You're going to go for 6?
no. Snip time. Snip time. So I said, I hinted to the missus, while you're in there, just, that didn't go down too well. But no, I'll go through the pain and no, we're done. So
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one, man. Bit of a breed.
Nice. For boys, girls?
2, it'll be 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
So
Nice.
yeah, one. Sometimes it's 3 and 1, but it just depends on the way they act. But, no
2022 broken
pronouns.
either way.
It's 2 and 2.
Very good, very good. All right, Tim, what's the most dangerous thing you've ever done?
How long do we have?
Mate, go for it. Just send it.
Shit.
Whatever you want.
Quad bikes. I know you guys are very familiar with quad bikes.
Caleb is.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a Yamaha 600, and we call it the old 2-step tombstone. It gets up and boogies. I don't think I've ever had it up to full speed because the arse just wants to shake. And I think last time I clocked it was about 90, and it still had go. So there's that. There's been a lot of shit, I guess. Almost popped myself with a 22. That was I look back now and laugh at it, but at the time it was like fuck.
How did that? Like, you almost shot yourself.
Yeah, ricochet.
Oh, ricochet. I'm
Ricochet.
thinking you've got a loaded rifle and you're trying to spin it and do like the Arnie thing with the lever action. You're trying to fucking spin it around. Yeah, it's just going off and go.
That'd be cool. That would be cool. But no, we at the place we used to go. Some of the photos I sent you boys. Farm 120 acres with the state forest behind it. So it was our oyster.
estate.
You know what I mean? You could just go wherever you wanted to. On the cans, as you mostly do. And I was sitting on the quad bike, just leaning back, just popping leads because a bit of quiet time through the day, little 22, and aimed down a bit too low. And with the scope, not realizing the barrel was lower than the scope, and I popped it off and hit the rail on the quad bike, probably about half a metre away from me.
Oh shit!
And it went straight past my head, hit the windscreen, I hit the window, realised real quick, what had just happened, and it was eye-opening, I guess.
Yeah.
Quite sobering.
What else? What else? I stabbed myself one day with a brand new knife. We got our first buck, and we, have the backstrap, delicious as it is, and just went bang straight in my gut, and probably went in about.
So you gutted the deer and yourself.
Yes, 2 for 1. So
That, my friend,
I was
is
just
a
making
hot
room.
fire sale.
You ain't going to make that mistake again.
No, I didn't. My mate looked at me, and I just made a bit of a grunt sound. I was like, "Oh!" And he's like, "What the fuck happened there?" He looked behind, and the tip of the blade's just in my gut, and it was.
What's it like?
Yeah, he just looked over. He's like,
Did you leave it in
okay.
there? Do you like?
Yeah, it was in.
Oh,
You're like, just bloody stab yourself.
just next to my belly button. It
Bro,
was, it
tell
was
me you got a photo of that shit.
No, I didn't. Phones, so we're too busy trying to eat backstrap. So there was more important things going on.
How long did you leave it in you?
That's what
The
she
knife,
said.
I mean.
It was a good 10 seconds.
And it was just the tip?
It was just the tip. If it went any further, it could have been worse.
Well, everyone knows the tip doesn't count, so.
Exactly right. That's right. Countless things with full drives.
Have you rolled a car yet? A full drawman?
Close.
Close?
Very close.
That's an achievement.
Yeah.
Have you rolled it yet? Well, you fuck, mate.
So
You
my
haven't
full
lived.
drive. We haven't spoken about the full drive. So I've got a 2000 105 Land Cruiser.
yep.
Petrol, 6-inch lift, 33-inch tire, 35-inch tires. No sway bars. So like party.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So when you say tipping, it's just any time I go around a roundabout.
Yeah.
It's like a boat,
The other thing
There's
I'm
been a few
hearing.
times.
The other thing
Yeah.
I'm hearing is you own a gas station being a petrol.
I haven't driven it for a while, put it that way.
Yeah.
So I've got extended tanks. So I've got a 120 and a 90-litre tank. Last time we filled it up, it was just under $400.
Yeah.
So, and that was about $1.45, about $1.30. So,
and it only got you $400 too.
$800.
Christ, what's the prices doing up your way now?
today, $2.35.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
that.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
boycott the fucking oil companies. Just
Yeah.
And do what?
walk. Get a fucking e-scooter.
Cars.
I don't know. Tesla. Fuck.
That's not very exciting, Josh.
Well, no, you need the oil to run to make electricity.
That's what I don't understand. Everyone's like, buy electric cars. Like, how the fuck are you going to get the electricity to?
The electricity is still
Recharge
cheaper
it.
than the fuel at the moment, man.
Yeah, but you got to burn the coal.
But you
to
need the
make
diesel
electricity.
to make the.
It sounds like someone else's problem, and you just pay 20 whatever cents fucking for electricity.
I suppose that's true. Like for the consumer, it's cheaper to run electricity, but you get half the mileage out of it.
solar.
Oh, do you know what we should do? Everyone should just get those. You know how you're in high school and you've got like those solar cars that you build and you have races with them? Everyone just build their own fucking solar car.
Just
That would solve
Actually,
the
that reminds
world's
me of the electricity. So 2 weeks ago when we had the big rains, everyone's got the Tesla cars, happy days. But what sucks is when the power stations are underwater. So you can't, electricity and water don't really mix, do they?
Look how many Teslas there are floating everywhere.
Yes.
fucking hell.
Fucking hell. I was absolutely cheering last night. I bought diesel for $2.04.
What?
Yep.
You were
Where?
cheering. Man, that's hard to make you happy too.
Oh,
Jesus.
Well, do you know what? Like, there's that because I drove over to Vic last weekend and I was like, "Fuck, fuel prices are going to get me." It's cheaper in the country than it is in the city.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's usually the other way around.
Yeah, because country people aren't fucked in the head.
So no, so with the country people now, they're actually loading their arms like their guns at doors. So as most farmers have, they've got like 100,000 litre. Oh, sorry, a few thousand litres of diesel. People are now breaking onto their properties and stealing diesel. So the authorities aren't doing anything. So people are literally loading up rifles and whatever they got there just to protect their diesel now. Like,
Well, yeah.
it's getting crazy.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And this the thing that will happen, I believe, is this will be the new norm. So it'll spike to almost or $3, and then I think $2.30 will be the new norm, and we'll end up just be fucking paying that price for fuel for forever.
People will be selling cars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Should have probably not bought a 79.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is
Mistake you made.
Josh Economics for
now he sounds like a
2021.
Debbie Downer. Fucking having a go at
Nah,
me.
fuck no, because the 79 holds a value. So I'll be all right.
Oh, okay.
I'll make money if I have to sell it. That's fine.
DPF or no DPF?
No, it's 2022, so it's this year's model. So yeah.
So you'll lose money on it.
Oh, I'm thinking about. Look, I'm actually thinking about like I'll remap it, exhaust, all the fun things, but I might get a delete
Yep.
with the remap.
Void your warranty.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about warranty. Warranty's
Yeah, good.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's going to buy a Tesla anyway, so
I've got to tow 4 tons, so yeah.
So you're towing my vehicle. You're towing the 105.
Yeah, yep, yeah.
Yep.
So
have you considered buying a truck?
look, I actually looked at the Isuzu. Isuzu
Yes.
do a full drive truck, and I did look at it, but I went back to some real simple maths in my head: 4-cylinder versus 8 cylinders. One engine's going to be labouring more, one's going to be less.
The 8-cylinder
So I went-
is bigger.
Yeah, so I went to 8 instead. Look, there's nothing wrong with the Isuzus and things, but there's like loading it up and towing with that. Although it's a truck engine and they have longevity. Isuzu have proven that. In my mind, I'm just sitting there going, well, it's putting stress on everything being a 4-cylinder. So
Yeah, but if you get your extended warranty, it doesn't matter if it blows up, you just get a new one.
but I've got a warranty on the Cruiser at the moment.
Not if
before
you
I change
remap
it.
it, you're fucked.
No, but
You ain't got shit
when I
at the moment.
remap it, it's not going to fucking blow up, mate.
Probably
When I
will.
change
That
it.
brought me back to Adam Greentree when he went over to WA. His DPF was going off every 3,000 kilometres or something like that.
That's why I had the tow truck in.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
Can you,
Right.
just
It
for
kept
those
going.
playing at home, mate, can you elaborate on what a DPF is?
Diesel burn off. So essentially, if you don't get your engine's temp high enough, it's not burning your diesel off. And I had an instance at work right now where we don't drive the ute, enough kilometers and all that type of stuff, and the engine temps aren't getting high enough. So because of that, the diesel was then mixing with the oil. So, it's expensive. And as you all know, the DPFs are a pain in the ass. Mm-hmm. So, essentially you have to pull over, let it do its thing, and don't park over dry grass, and fingers crossed it doesn't burn anything else.
Yeah. Look, I reckon, just to bypass and delete it. I know there's tunes that you can get that'll, or there's McCormack's, or someone does a plug and play thing, which pretty much, bypasses it. And I was looking at that and I'm like, that sounds fucking pretty good. And the thing is, it's removable, so you can remove it.
Yes.
And then it sets back to factory, and then you can be like, yes, you Toyota, you sold me a fucked car, fucking fix it.
It's like the old plug and play throttle controls as well.
Those are great.
They're really good. And it's good because you're off the mark and the lag kills you. Yeah. And if not a lot of people know, with a lot of turbo diesels, you put your foot down and the car thinks about it and then goes. So, I've been in a couple of pickles where, I've almost been T-mode from it. And, with the throttle control, foot and go. See you later.
Yeah.
But you use more fuel, so you're compensating. So.
No, that's because I drive a D22, which is just a bush basher and a work car.
I'm sorry.
I mean, don't apologise. I fucking love it. I love it. But I whacked a throttle control in it. I actually borrowed it off of a mate, and I didn't want to give it back. Actually, it took me a month to give it back because I was like, this is fucking sick. I mean, the fuel consumption went through the fucking roof, but it was so good because I'm towing all the fucking time, and then I could I go up the hills and I don't need to run up. It was great.
Yeah.
And the upside to it also is if you drop it back and then open her up, she blows a bunch of smoke. So if you're going past cyclists, you just fucking crank that bad boy down one gear and you just
100%
with a bit of the fuck you out the window. You fucking like.
I don't know them all down there, but we're meant to stay a metre away from them, and I'm just like, well, the further they are on my road, the further I can go on their road. So
that's right.
It's great having a 4B when you can go on the footpath.
See, this is the catch-22. So we're supposed to be a metre away as well, but when you overtake them, you're also supposed to be further left as you possibly can in your lane.
Correct.
So the law works
we're
against
1.5,
itself.
man. 1.5.
That's a metre.
Social distancing, man.
That's a metre.
1.5.
No, it's 1.5 from bike riders. So when they ride 3 abreast and they're like a metre out of their lane, and then you got to go 1.5 from that, you're driving on the curb.
So we have to measure it by kangaroo. So it's one kangaroo space per person. So depending on your fucking kangaroo, if you get a red, well, you're fucked.
Well, do they specify that? Because I'd be like, hey, man, I'm 2 joys away.
Who decided that? Who the fuck
Unborn
decided
still
that
in the pouch.
Who decided that was going to be the sign for that?
What a dickhead.
Seriously.
Oh, it's Australia. It's Australia.
Yes.
Oh, mate, I don't know. There's 3 emus away. That's just fucking.
Nah, just measure it by our fucking rats. Let's face it, that's all they are. Fucking.
But why would they pick kangaroo
rats.
as well? Because is that like a common knowledge thing where everyone's like, oh yeah, I'd like to order 3 kangaroo lengths of timber, please.
But what type of kangaroo? Is it a red or is it a grey?
Unit of measurement.
Yeah, but I feel like most people that you'd ask in a city, what kind of kangaroo it is, they wouldn't know. They'd be like, oh, it's a fucking kangaroo.
It's the ones that bounce.
Yeah.
It's a DT Rex.
Is it? Yeah. It's got tight little arms and can't wipe its ass.
Yep. And they're dumb as fuck.
I can't stand them, man. I think, at what point do we protect them when there's more of them than there are humans
in
Australia?
Are you talking about cyclists or kangaroos?
Oh, no, wipe the cyclists out, mate. Let's go on culling programs.
100%. Yeah.
No, driving.
I haven't remembered a point up here where we've had to protect them. Like for the last few years, it's been culling. We've had a big drought as everyone across Australia's got to the point where we're all popping them off all day. There was just you got tired of popping them off. The first 100, you're like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And then you got to get rid of them. That's the worst part. They're great for dog meat.
They're built to survive. Like it's one of the few species that can suspend their pregnancy cycle.
Yeah,
So,
I used to make. I was making jerky out of them. no fat, and
yeah.
it lasts. So that's my little soggy bastard jerky. Because it's just bastards, and I just load it up with chili, and it's great.
See, this is the worst thing about like deer hunting is eating a deer and then going back to kangaroo. You're like, what is this filth?
Yes, 100%.
I got to disagree because if you cook it right,
Nah.
what about that roost trap that I cooked up in? Wait.
Nah, nothing compares to like
Nothing compares
deer,
to deer.
man. Like, and you just eat a kangaroo afterwards, and you're like, mate, I feel like I'm slumming it. I feel like I'm working at Red Rooter.
Peasant food.
Should have been a welder.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely terrible, man. I don't know why.
Nah, I love it.
I've gone off of it pretty bad the last few years, and I'm a meat sort of guy, and I've still gone off of it.
Yeah, you love a good bit of
You're
meat,
not.
don't you?
Meat only. What if that was the only meat you could eat, Josh?
Oh, I'd eat it because I'm not a pussy.
Jury's still out. on
Fuck,
that-
you're a
still out
hard
on that
man. Jeez.
one. I have to brace my
I just like to
house when
twist
you
the
walk in
knife.
because you're so fucking hard.
I just like to twist the knife into you, Caleb. That's all.
You just
I
like
just seen it Hunt Cooked Fish. What's his name?
Jason.
Jason, legend, bought his book, and he just did a root-tail stew.
You did.
Yes,
God,
that is
fucking
fucking
good.
excellent.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I challenged Jason to challenge him that actually tastes nice.
Dude,
I reckon it would.
Dude,
Cook
it's
it
a
right,
delicacy.
100%.
Oh, I don't know.
no, that's
How's that
actually
Johnny
like,
Walker Red going?
You've been called out, bitch.
I can pickle my carrots in it, mate. That's Johnny Walker.
he likes deer and rocket fuel.
No, you said water, not pickle.
Now, Hunt.
Yeah, it is such a hard name. Everyone has almost said cunt so many times
Yeah.
in his life.
Even he has.
He said it when we was on our podcast. He was like,
There's an adult version of that book.
Definitely.
it's just the seedy fucking rip off where they're like, I need a cunt to hatch. No, he's got some sick recipes. And for those playing at home, listening along, look him up, Hunt, Catch, Cook. If you Google it, it'll come up. He's got some awesome recipes, and he writes it super easy as well. There's some great recipes for some jerky on there that applies to any animal. Mince, I've had it up, made the same recipe here in my house, actually, strung from that wall to that wall to that wall, hanging out drying. Delicious. So, yeah, definitely get around it.
Correct. And
Champion of a bloke too, like free, he says it as well. Message me if you have ideas or want ideas, and he does. So
Fuck, he's all over, man. He's genuine dude. Super fucking genuine.
Yep. We had him on the podcast, so find that episode if you can. I think it was season 2.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah, go have a listen to that episode and hear the man himself, Jason. All right, Tim. Next question for you, number 6. Number 7. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
every day is a school day.
Oh, fuck, I love that.
Every day is a school day.
It is so
if
true.
you're not learning, just learn every single day, The other one is feel comfortable being uncomfortable.
Hey, I like that one.
Yeah.
I like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. Embrace the suck.
So some days, if some days you'll be in some shit situation and you just go, yeah, cool, whatever, and you just brush it off.
How many times has your boyfriend said that to you, Josh?
Hey, Josh, how many sucks have you embraced, bro?
Yeah.
How many?
Embrace the suck, bro. I do like that one because if you're comfortable with the uncomfortable, man, well, you're not uncomfortable anymore, are you?
You're testing yourself, aren't you? Like, that's that whole,
Correct.
if it feels uncomfortable, lean into it because you're doing the right thing. You're challenging yourself. You're growing.
Part of that mindset breeds, obviously resilience, which is lacking these days. Pretty bad. Well, I mean, we've got some stories about some young lads we've taken out, and man, like you just break them within an hour, and all you're doing is going out into the bush.
Not even
You're
that.
not
All you're
doing
doing is going out into
anything
the sun.
Yeah, the sun.
You're just going outside.
Like fucking. Wow, fuck. What's that
Yeah.
movie where
What
there's
is that
that
thing?
albino dude and he goes out in the sun and he
Twilight.
no, not fucking Twilight. It's like a comedy. It's got that one of Adam Sandler's the guys that do a lot of movies with Adam Sandler, and he's sort of like,
He's got a posse of like
That's
10 dudes.
360 of those.
Yeah. He's got like 10 dudes in all these movies, man.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's like the one that like is a German dude in that. But no, I can't even explain this. Fuck it.
I got no idea, man.
Fuck it. I don't know.
There's someone with white skin that's very sun adverse. Is that what you're saying?
Caleb,
He's an albino. What did you not get from albino?
you talking about Caleb?
I'm just clarifying, man.
Da Vinci Code?
Is it?
Hey,
The Da Vinci Code? It was white.
That dude was white as fuck.
But it's so with the feel comfortable, it's you can see people crack. It's I've been in the role now for just since December, and I can take stress pretty well. And I've been told several times, it's like, do you get stressed? It's like, no, you just expect shit to happen. If you don't, well, then you're going to get shocked and you're going to bury yourself in stress, aren't you? So feel comfortable in being uncomfortable. Goes for outdoors as well.
So you mentioned that you're on the desk now. So are you a supervisor now?
I'm a manager,
Sales.
store manager.
You're a store manager.
So-
yeah, sicko.
Yeah.
You're my favourite
Yeah,
kind of
so-
guys. Every time I go into Reese, I'm like, who's the manager? This guy. Righto, mate.
Yeah.
You and I need
Yes.
to have a talk.
Yeah, 100%. It's easy. So plumbers are probably the most basic people going. No jokes.
But do you know
they're-
what? To kudos to the brand of that you guys you're working with, like very fucking well thought out and very well established as far as systems go. I've got to take my hat off to Reese because they are the best stores to deal with because they know their shit and they go either yes or no. They've always got an answer.
Yeah,
So-
it's a proven thing with this. It's the training's there and it just works. Why change it? Everything's simple and just keep it simple. You don't have to change something that works. Don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Have you got any stories that you'd be like, mate, I just can't help you, and then they keep pushing the buttons?
Again, how long do we have? We had a guy come in the other day asking, can you help fix my iron? His iron. No.
Hang on, as in like an iron your clothes iron.
Yeah.
How is that ever a plumbing question?
water, like to do with water, steam. I can see where he's sort of gone wrong, like desperately wrong.
Was it you?
I was about to say before Ryan walked into his store the other week.
Yeah, I did. I took both my ironings and the ironing board. I was like, this thing's not working. What can you do for me?
Anyway, to steer us back on course, I do like those 2 bits of advice you've given us, Tim. Now, what is your most treasured possession?
Land Cruiser.
Hey. Yeah, I can see that.
Fair enough.
These two boys
Yeah.
don't understand it because they're a Triton and Nissan owners. So
No, I've
don't get it.
driven a cruiser and I fell in love with it. I while no one was looking, I fucked it.
Yes. Yeah. What I love, and I'm going to put you down here with the 79. I started off with a 94 Forerunner. So the difference between those and a Surf is the Aussies came out with a V6 petrol. The Surfs were the turbo diesels.
Yeah.
So I had the Aussie version, happy days, and it was spacious, what I thought was spacious inside. It's actually bigger than a 79 inside that.
Wow.
And then upgraded to an 80 series, which was petrol and LPG. Looking back now, it's probably a smart idea to have the LPG. Did the head gasket in that and then upgraded to the 105. And as I went up in the series, they just got bigger inside. It's fantastic.
You're nice.
Absolutely fantastic.
Do you lose tray space though when it gets bigger on the inside?
No. It's just
So
it's
the whole
huge.
vehicle just gets longer.
Yes. Yeah. So like where you guys are now, take Caleb out, and that's the space in between you inside the Land Cruiser.
Nice.
Like it's fantastic.
I do like to be as
Reasons-
far away from Josh as possible. He's
So
handsy.
you can social, you can
and I
socially
we
distance.
like to take Caleb out of things too. So
but as you know, in the 79, you've got less than like an arm's width in between you each.
yeah, look, I wanted to go at 200 man, but they're just fucking too expensive, and I really wasn't keen in going the 300. But the 200, like second hand, this is how fucked it is. The 79 was I've got it 76 grand, brand fucking new. Second hand with fucking nothing done to it was over 109k. I'm like,
Yes.
what?
What still shit is that's cheap? Like that's cheap for them.
Yeah,
Up
it's
here,
'cause
you can get them for about
you
120.
don't have
Yeah,
you don't have to wait a year. That's the whole
Oh,
point.
you're saving over 30 fucking grand. Who gives a fuck?
People with money don't want to wait. That's that's why the market's pushed up, because no one's traveling.
I sent a 200 the other day go for 190,000.
What?
Yes.
Like J-Max upgrade and shit. Do you know what?
Stocky. Like, it was close to stock.
What?
And I was just like, what the fuck? But all I last kilometres, you know. But then you get 300 just come out. And I look at it and go, there's so many backtracks on it, you know, with Toyota. Like, they've taken so many things off it and the price just goes through the roof. Why? But they're tried and tested. You know, that's a Toyota name, which is fantastic. So,
you know,
this new engine isn't, though. Because it's 6.
Correct.
So it's not tried and tested. The name's tried and tested and things like that, but the engine itself is not, which was another thing that worries me, because I'm sure you, being a four-wheel drive enthusiast, you've heard of this, that you never buy the first series of something.
Yep. Yep, 100%.
Like, because they've still got the bugs in. Like the second and third series, they've sort of ironed that shit out, and you're good to go. You know, apart from the 79, because they still think that having the wheel track fucking different is fucking acceptable. Because
fucking stupid.
No, what happened? I guarantee you, what happened is that they didn't want to buy new dies, because new dies to reset that, like the offset, would have cost them X amount of money. So they were like, no, fuck it. We'll just widen the front one and save on the rear die, casting die, and just widen the front, and we'll only pay half the price.
It's a nightmare for towing that. Like, for those playing at home, we're talking about the width span of the wheels front and back. So it different.
I think a Corolla is actually wider than a 79.
In the rear.
Probably all over. Like,
but I bet you anything that's what they were doing. Oh, we've got a V8 in there now. We have to widen the front, but the rear we'll just keep the same and save the cost on getting a new die.
And then every other third-party company went, "Fuck yeah, let's just make money."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing the old J-Max 4495 upgrade.
What is that?
So upgrading the GVM on the 79 to for almost 4.5 ton. So that's like if you go 4.5, you got to register a truck.
Yeah.
4495 is still car or car licensing. So it's like the highest GVM upgrade you can go before having to switch over.
So you're going to have to do that so you can tow?
No, I can tow with it no matter what. I could just tow the caravan.
No, tow the ridiculously expensive caravan that you just bought that weighs 4 ton.
No, well, the caravan unloaded is 4.6, cargo. Loaded is 3.6.
So when do you take it? When do you pick it up?
So we should have it by the end of this year at some point. I still don't have a build date sent over to us.
Are you looking at putting a canopy on there as well?
Oh, look, I'd like to. I'm going to take it down to Jackson's in Murray Bridge, and I was thinking about like just a small little sort of canopy, maybe half or quarter. J-Max upgrade, and the 4495 is a 600 mil chassis lengthen as well.
Extension,
Yeah. And I want to get a boat on top of it, just a tinny 370 runabout or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So that's the
Do
idea.
you know what I'm hanging out for? For them to release a 69 series. Mate, the sales would go through the roof.
This is Ryan's like, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm just
a 69 series.
What a valuable contribution to the conversation.
I know things, man. I know things.
Josh, just one thing. If you do get a canopy, just make it simple. Like, one thing that pisses me off with four-wheel drivers these days is you open the canopy, where the fuck do you put your groceries? Like, they've got everything in there now. Keep it simple. Yeah. Like, in the back of my car or Forby, I've got a set of drawers. One side's for recoveries and tools, the other's for food and cooking. I've got a fridge. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a simple 12-volt with a solar panel on top and USB chargers. That's it. And I've still got a fuckload of room in there.
Do you run any of the Red Arc shit for your batteries?
No, nothing.
Don't need it.
No, I've wired everything up myself. Probably the most expensive thing I've got in there is the C-Tech battery charger for the two batteries in the rear.
Yep.
But I now know that I can go off-road and spin off-road for a week. I've got the solar panel charging at 24/7.
Yeah.
And it's just running a fridge. Like, there's not stupid shit in there.
Yeah,
You know?
and your drawers are what? Alloy?
The old Titan drawers, man. So back, at one point I was working for them.
Yeah.
Before they turned into who they are now.
Yeah.
And that was all on the back of the old Forerunner, cheap drawers. Keep it simple.
Yeah,
It works. And
Love
that's
cheap
what's
drawers.
perfect with Kings. Kings is great for just cheap, simple, and it works. Use it until it breaks. Then if you don't like it, go get something else.
Yeah.
So,
And if it breaks, you can go buy 10 of them. This is the other thing.
They get you in the game. They get you in.
They
Yes,
do,
yeah,
and they
exactly
get you
right.
out going about. And I agree with that. And look, I would not be going crazy if I couldn't do it. It's just obviously I'm not going to buy another house. So for me, this is going to be my house. So therein lies my budget difference.
100%.
So yeah, I agree. Actually, I helped Ryan put his King's drawers.
Yeah,
in.
got some King drawers. They're fucking sick, man.
Yeah, dead set. They
100%.
work.
Yeah.
And they're light and they're fucking outstanding.
You got to read the instructions because you're supposed to put the drawer stopper in before you assemble the whole thing.
No, I'll tell you a different way how to do that later. I've taken mine in and out so many times without taking my top off.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I mean, mine slid
Please
all the
do.
way out without having to take the top off because I didn't put the stoppers in.
Yeah.
I can even tell you how to make your fridge slide into a tilt fridge slide later if you want.
Yeah, do because I'm about to buy a
2
fridge.
bolts.
Yeah, I'm about to,
Yeah, just undo the back too.
No, middle 2. You got to use a grinder. Once the grinder is done, though.
well, see, it's funny you say that because I've got the Kings ones, and I went to actually take the tops off to put the stops in because it was all a rush job. Because I use my ute for camping and stuff as well as for work, so I've got the same baskets that carry all the tools and the same baskets that carry all the camping gear, so it's swap out straight away.
Yep.
But when we put it in, I forgot to put the stops in. Didn't realise it was too fucking late, and then I went to put them in the other week, and then I stripped out the first screw on the top, which is the one that it stops all the shit from coming out, like sliding out. So, and I tried to get in there with the grinder, it didn't work. So, unless you got any fantastic fucking ideas on how to get a screw out that spins,
Drill it out, and then you can go by the old King Chrome. I don't know what you call them. They're almost like a female section now. So what is on the drawers now? You got
Nah,
the
so
female thread
re-tap
underneath.
it.
No, you can't. So what they do is they tack in the like the nut to the body itself, and then you put your screw down in, and it's supposed to grab and go down and thread
No,
itself.
so that's actually a little compression. So I'll send you a link later. It's a little King Chrome. You use a little tool and you punch it, and it pushes out almost like a pot rivet. And so there's no welding in it. You can actually cut those out and put a new one in.
That's what I need because it's detached itself from the body. So when you try to unscrew
just spinning.
it's spinning. Yeah, exactly
Yep.
right. Yeah,
Yep,
no,
no,
send
exactly
that
right.
through, man. Yeah, I need that because
I've done it about 6 times.
yeah, and punching it in rage doesn't work.
No, not at all. No.
I was so angry.
Let's face it, many swear words are fucking said when any man builds
Oh,
anything.
mate, the amount of tools that I've
100%.
broken from launching them across the work site, the memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think I like keep it simple, and a part of me wishes with the whole Titan drawers, I went Lawson drawers. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was going to go Drifter. I went
Which is
Lawson.
great. They're really good.
They are, but there's 2 things that I should have gone to an aluminum drawer because they are.
I'm sorry, a what?
Is that aluminum?
Yeah, they're all plywood and
Where's
they're too
that?
heavy. Instantly, I'm adding just with the drawer system. Probably 100 and something kilos.
For our
Easy.
non-American listeners, he
Easy.
means aluminium.
Oh, he's still stuck on that.
Yeah, like
Aluminum.
literally everyone's been
No.
thinking, when can we correct him again? We've just
Get
drifted
with
off.
the 21st century.
No one
It's
heard
aluminum.
anything about plywood or anything. Everyone's
Nah.
just like, he said aluminum. What the fuck?
This isn't the first time it's been said, all right? Aluminum.
It's the newest metal.
How do you say it?
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Aluminum sounds better, and he's just better. Fucking hell.
Say aluminium for
Can
you.
you lift
Nah.
your pinky up as you drink that as well?
It's a crystal glass, too. Though. It's a fancy glass.
I'm fancy as fuck.
Yeah.
That's actually the most
No,
expensive
look,
thing in this house.
I agree with you with the Drifter. Like, great set of drawers, very weighty though, and especially with your GVM,
How long do you have to
you're
wait?
bordering almost a truck license now, and every little thing matters. You
Yeah.
know, so
You might have
Like-
to get smaller, Josh.
Look, I'm actually going
Ever think
to
about Josh? This
I'm even going to go to soft shackles and shit, man, just to weight save.
Soft.
To try and
No,
shape.
yeah, I actually got onto that early on. I remember Road Save came out with a pair, and I went give me 10. And when I was working for the off-brand of Kings, I got them in there. Everyone's like, "What the fuck are they?" And no one could understand that it's just a winch rope. You know, you think about it, you're pulling 12 ton sometimes with a freaking winch rope.
Yeah.
Why can't I use it as a soft shackle? You know,
So hang on,
sometimes just having
I've
10
never
kilo.
heard of this before. What is a soft shackle?
So with your winch on your car, so they used to go with the steel rope, I guess.
Yeah.
You take that out and you put a nylon essentially rope inside it, and to replace it. And from that, you're saving up to 30 kilos just on your winch itself.
So is that still got like a steel eyelet around it with a nylon rope that goes around?
Not even that.
It's just
Not even that now.
nylon.
So essentially, so it's just the winch rope itself, and you can cut it probably about yay long. And if you know how to do it, you can weave it yourself, make like a monkey nut at the end of it, and you feed it back into yourself, and that's essentially stronger than a metal shackle.
So
Replaces a D shackle, man.
That makes sense. But
Yeah.
also monkey nut is funny.
you know when I winched you out? You remember that time I winched you out of the sand dunes, Ryan?
Yeah.
That's what's on my winch.
monkey nuts.
Yeah.
And no, you've got a hook, don't you?
No?
No, he's got monkey nuts, man.
What do you got on that?
Monkey nuts,
Just
bro.
chimp cheese everywhere.
No, what do you got on
Yeah.
that?
Gorilla nuts.
No, what do you have on your fucking?
What we've just been talking about.
You have a soft shackle,
Yeah.
do you?
They're fantastic.
Yeah. Let's go have a look at my winch after this.
Yeah, no, I just don't remember it. But
That is definitely not a metaphor for those
Because
playing
I've
at
never
home.
had to winch you out. I've only had to winch him out.
Yep.
yeah, well,
In my
Fantastic. It was like
defense,
safety.
I had a beer in one hand and was trying to pour a scotch in the other and driving with my knees.
Out the window. Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. That is how that
And juicing out the
happened.
window.
I wasn't like and the missus is like grabbing the wheel going, holy shit, Ryan, you're going up a hill. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then I got stuck.
Yep. Yeah, it's a Navarro thing.
Yeah. Nav tings.
definitely.
100%.
Look, I'm going to give it to the Navs. I've owned two now, and my dad had one as well, and he's got one now as well. I got to admit, their engines, like I flogged my 3 litre, and I mean, I did shit to that car that it just shouldn't have happened, and it still ran.
Oh,
much
look, any
lube
four-wheel
did you
driver, you're
use?
not flogging it. You're not a full driver.
Dude.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, everyone hangs shit on the Navs because they're like the low end, but they are built for 4x4.
For the money,
They're fucking built for it.
for the money, they were great, and then you could buy a new one for 21 grand a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That fucking sick.
Yeah, actually, know about that because I've got all the bells and whistles on mine as a work car. And
It's got a steering wheel and tyres. Yep. Okay.
No, I had to buy the steering wheel after
Bell
market.
and a whistle.
It's a rape whistle.
No. Oh, dude. Do you know what's funny?
I'm bogged.
My doors don't unlock until I turn the engine off, and it gets people every time. Like,
Actually, yeah, Mitsubishis are like that as well. Like the Tritons, they're very similar.
Yeah.
It pisses
So
everywhere.
you, like,
The
you
driver
pull up-
doors are just open.
yeah, you pull up and you
Yeah,
stop,
the
and then
passenger.
they go and get out like, and I like to just look at them and smile seedily. Like,
You're not going anywhere.
That's why the rape whistle's hanging off the rear mirror
Brake
mate.
doors, it's a thing.
No, with the safety soft shackles, though, they are great for safety.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever seen a winch rope let go and there's one of those at the end of it, well, I have seen it, a D shackle take someone out, and it's you end your life.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, always hang, even if it's a fucking t-shirt, something over.
I've never done it.
You've never.
Dampener.
Oh, really?
Nah, bro. I don't even. Nah, fuck no. No one's got time for that
Yes.
shit.
You are
No,
so.
I disagree there. Always have a dampener.
I'm
Don't
just
care
like-
what it is.
Everyone get back. They
You're
take
such a hard nut.
steps
Yeah, but
back
when it
and
comes
I'm like,
when it
so
comes
fucking
back to your
bad.
own car and takes your back window out, a guy died probably about 7 years ago from that, and went through his back window and took him out.
yeah, all right.
Oh, it's like a
that's
bullet,
not
man.
good.
It's like a bullet.
Yeah.
So,
And that was a tow ball. A tow
Yeah.
ball let go from his car, and it came through and hit him in the head, took him out. But
so
if
for
you had a dampener on there,
those
we would've
playing at
strapped him.
home, a dampener is hanging something halfway down the rope or strap or whatever it is that you're using to pull someone out, so that if it does let go, that creates a drag, and then whatever it is that you've got on the line will stop at that point. So you go halfway so that it only reaches halfway back.
Stops help slow down the velocity of the rope.
Yeah,
coming
absolutely.
back at
It
you.
sends it to the ground. Essentially, the short end just sends it to the ground.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, it throws it straight to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Google it if you don't know
I
what we're
want
talking
to
about.
know, actually, for the listeners out there, if Ryan's detailed fucking analytics of everything that he says is actually a help. I want to know.
Do you know what? I like to think that I'm catering to people that are new. Because if you said to someone, have you chucked a dampener on your winch yet?
I'm pretty sure that's pretty self-explanatory.
No, it's not.
If you think dampener, you're like, okay.
I think
No,
most
I get
like
the basic
sales shop should have
principle.
tried to upsell him one.
Nah, look, I like to think that everyone who's playing at home, there's some people that know it and some people that don't. So I like to accommodate those who don't.
All right.
Meanwhile, 90% of our listeners can't believe you just said aluminum.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Tim, I'll ask you a question about your beast. Have you got anything planned for it?
Yeah, fix the front diff. So last trip away, did a trip called Caves to Cave. Pretty much everybody in Sydney knows about it. And you go from like Jenolan Caves to Wombian Caves. And a couple of steep ones there. It was just me and the missus.
Yep.
And going down a few things. And you clunk, clunk, clunk. And luckily I've got a part-time kit in that, which means a lot of Land Cruisers, they run constant four-wheel drive.
Yep.
And you chuck a part-time kit in there and it uses only the rear instead of all four. Push a button, it turns into four-wheel drive. So luckily for me, I could run it as a part-time and still drive it how I want.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I need to replace the front diff. But, that's kind of on the back burner at the moment. So, yeah, but no, a lot of plans for it. I'm actually in talks with a company called DK Steel. They're up in Queensland and primarily known for dog bowls, stainless steel dog bowls.
Oh, yeah.
And just started venturing into four-wheel drive stuff, so headboards and, that type of gear. Awesome stuff, all stainless steel.
Yep.
And reasonably priced. So in talks with him for a few more storage ideas in the rear, just to divide up my rear area. I've got the old Travel Buddy oven to throw in as well.
Yeah, nice.
If you don't know what that is, definitely Google that.
A few paws and sayers.
Oh, mate, we
It took me 4 years to convince the missus to get me one. And she was stuck on ideas, and guess what? This bad boy's got a Travel Buddy. So,
Well played, sir.
Yeah. Oh, mate, you drive. So I leave, usually when I go camping, I either leave the night before or the morning of, throw a lamb or a pork roast in there. By the time you get to site, guess what? She's good to go and you're having pork rolls.
Oh,
So,
too good.
yes.
May
Yeah,
have
happy days.
to do one. May have to get one.
Oh, get it.
Yeah.
Yes, do it.
May have to do it.
It's not even a question. Just do it.
Did you say it would do a roast?
Yes.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Yeah, low and
100%.
slow, bro.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
100% I've seen it done. You buy the little oven bags, and if you're handy with a welder, you can make any little tiny trays and everything for it. And chuck it low and slow. By the time you get to site, she's good to pull apart. And 100%.
Imagine some
good.
fucking lamb roast sangers on the way.
Mate, you could do some.
No, not even that. It's when you get there.
Yeah.
But what's the biggest tease is the biggest cock tease going is the whole drive there, and you're smelling it cooking. And it's just like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm
But then if you're
so
sneaky,
hungry.
you throw the veggies as well. You get the veggies in there as well. So you rock up, and all you need to do is make some gravy and you're done.
Nah, fuck veggies. Just a
I was
roast.
going to say, don't swear at Josh like that.
Yeah, that's
No, it's a
classic.
roast. You got to have veggies.
All right, I'll grab a carrot out the jar.
A jar of water.
It's almost like a soggy sayo.
Yeah, Josh's idea of gravy is a bit different.
He likes to grab the carrots out of his bedside table.
All right, next question. Tim, recommend a movie to us, mate.
This is hard, and I have been thinking. This is probably the hardest question of them all.
Debbie does tell us.
American Sniper. American Sniper. That
nice.
is just a fucking
Chris
wicked
Cole.
movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I read his book.
Bradley Cooper.
And
Chris
the
Cole.
book is to the movie. And like the fun facts about that was when Chris Cole passed away was during the filming of that movie.
Yeah.
And Chris Cole's father went to Clint Eastwood and said, if you fuck this, I'm going to kill you. And you got Chris Cole, who's a bad motherfucker. Imagine his dad.
Yeah.
His dad
So,
would be the
crack
baddest
movie.
motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will watch that any day of the week and just as many times as possible. It's fantastic. So great story, true story. Yeah,
It definitely, like, it got me in the feels right at the end because you're not expecting that sort of ending. Like, you sort of expect from a war movie where you're like, it's like Black Hawk Down. Yeah, like shit happened, but then
They got out.
Yeah, they got out and you're all good. But then at the end of that, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, look, it's a pretty hard way to go out because for those that don't know the ending, I'll be a fucking buzzkill, ruin it.
Spoiler alert.
He gets taken to the range by another vet, and another vet ends up shooting him.
Well, he took the vet there because he was trying to help other vets out.
Well, that was one of the things that he did was, take vets to the range and get them back into shooting or just get them, out the range. And out and about. And, very sad. And you're right, that the ending of the movie catches the essence of how unbearably sad it was to see an icon go and a hero go.
There's actual footage of the parade of his funeral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like at Dallas Stadium,
miles and miles of streets filled with people waving flags and being there to pay their respects.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty sad.
The dude had an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just at the start of that movie, he just gets in and gets the shit done. I think he's one of the oldest SEALs as well. Yeah, he was close to his 40s, I think, when he signed up, and he got shit done. Just shows you that mentality.
Yeah,
100%.
Actually, there's another movie that I like as well. That's Lone Survivor. One of the things
that was my second. That was my number 2.
Yeah, I thought it might be actually.
Yeah, Marcus Luttrell.
Marcus Luttrell. Yeah. Old Marky Mark plays Marcus Luttrell. But one of the frogs saying in the movie is moderation is for cowards, and that's something that I have loved to adopt these days. Like either go hard or just fucking go home.
Another good saying apart from that, go hard or go home is no one cares, try harder. Just get it done. No one gives a fuck.
Work harder. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I've literally got that in my office. It's just like, get a good sale. Sweet. Just keep fucking going.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit. Like you do it for you.
No, that's the thing. No one does give a shit, man.
That's so true.
You just fucking, you got to get in, do it. And you know what? Do what makes you happy and do what makes you feel good and strive for perfection. Perfection.
Strive for perfection.
Where,
I think that, I think you touched
You'll learn English one day. It's all
on
good.
the downfall of a lot of like guys, because we're speaking from the guy's perspective here, is they get caught up in doing something they fucking hate and then they take on that, well, go hard or go home perspective, but end up driving themselves down into a hole.
Yep.
I think you need to be able to understand the point where...
Yeah, but if you're not going hard in something that you love, then you're doing something wrong. We're doing this.
Do you know what? I did that for a very long time. I worked in an industry and with people that were just sucking the fucking life out of me for a very long time. And you need to be able to make you got to pick the difference between doing something that is going to gain you something and go hard or go home.
What's your measure of success?
Yeah, that's right. That's what your God fucking value essentially. Like my measure of success is progression. So my personality type is if I'm not progressing and earning and becoming better, then I will spiral. So and I was stuck in a workplace with small businesses I was giving it 110% all the fucking time, but then just had the carrot dangling for a very long time, and
This is the downside of that saying is you went home and now you're on something new and you're going hard. So,
no, but that's the thing. I didn't go home. That was the problem. So I applied the attitude to the wrong thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying here. So if you're going to apply that go hard or go home, you need to apply it to something that you're passionate about or that you're working towards for you, not for someone else. Yeah, and that's a huge difference in between. I mean, you do that 30 years ago, go hard or go home. You go hard, you got what you earned, you took it home. You go hard now, the industries and the way that everything works now is different to 20 years ago. So you need to be aware of that people will screw you left, right and center when it comes to business, especially small business. So for all those playing at home, go hard or go home, but make sure that you're going hard at something that will benefit you and will not benefit someone else more so, because all you're doing is putting your efforts in for someone else. And if that's what you're doing, fucking cut out the cord, go on to something else because you're bigger and better than that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. So
Land Cruiser.
Mic drop.
go hard all
Well,
the time,
Land
but don't flog a dead horse. So if you're not
Exactly
getting
right.
anything out of it, then fucking cut and run and move on to something where you can better spend your time.
On that note, flogging a dead
Trade the
horse,
Navara and get a
previous
Land Cruiser.
episode. Yeah.
Fucking A. Fucking A.
Yeah, flogging a dead horse, previous episode. Look it up. Send them a podcast on Instagram. Plug.
Well done. All right, Tim, last of the formatted questions. What was your first rifle, mate?
I haven't got one.
Yep.
I do have a bow, and I've been out a fair few times with that.
Yeah.
Easier to get that these days. They essentially class that as like a cricket bat up here. You can walk in, walk out, and piss easy.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I actually walked in one day. So it gives a crossbow. And he goes, no, they class a crossbow as like a grenade, illegal in Australia.
Yeah.
I can walk out with a compound bow in 30 seconds. So it blows my mind. You know, it's crazy. Yeah. No. So yeah, looking at. I'm about halfway through the applications at the moment. It's pretty strict up here.
Yeah.
You got to go do your test, and then you got to go sign up and find out which category you want to go in through.
Yep.
So vermins or targets, and then you got to keep doing your reshoots and all that type of shit. Expensive as well, and just the wait at the moment, I think it's about 8 months just to get your license. So
Holy crap.
yeah. So it's pretty quick to walk in and grab a compound bow and walk back out.
Yeah, man.
And everything's just ready available. Do you know what I mean? Everything online as well. You can buy everything. Do you know what I mean? There's no restrictions on what you can buy for a bow.
Yeah.
So a lot of mental training I found as well. A lot of silly mistakes with just your arm placements and shit. Got string slap the first time. That was fantastic. Went to work the next day, like my whole forearm was black and, just black as.
Yep.
But the training, the breathing, it all still applies the same as shooting a rifle.
Yep.
You
100%.
concentrating. It's fantastic. I love it. The kids love it as well. I haven't shot a deer yet. I'm working on that.
Yep.
Shot koi, shooting through water. That's pretty fucking hard if you've ever done it.
Mm-hmm.
You hitting angles, but as soon as it hits water, it's bouncing off.
Yep.
Yeah.
So some of the photos I sent you boys,
Yeah.
getting carp. And here they're fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
So, great target practice for water.
Mm.
Goats, got a goat. That's what I was meant to do last weekend as well.
Mhm.
Love a bit of goat meat. So, good skulls as well.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, no, working on my first rifle. So,
Fair enough. Have
What
you
do
got
you-
any ideas about what you might want to get?
So I know there's a bit of controversy about, all this, and just think about getting something from Asia. No, jokes.
An RPG.
No. Yeah, love a 308 straight up.
Hey.
Nice.
Love
My
a
man.
223. Love a bit of 22. We used to go hunting. I'll just bring up the list I have here. What we used to shoot with. So this is what we used to shoot with. We had an 1890 hex barrel Winchester 22 pumpy. That thing was fantastic. Just pop off all day.
Yep.
We had a 41 Enfield 303. We had a 42 Enfield Sportsco 303 250. We had a 177 Diana Professional Hauer 1500
Fuck
243, and a 310 Martini cantilever.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
we used
yes.
to-
That's what my old
Yeah.
man's got, the old 310.
yeah, man, there was some fun. Like we had some fun, and
So good.
it was good.
It's like
Yeah.
letting off a 300 blackout, but way smaller.
Oh, bro, we're popping off cinder blocks, and there's nothing left.
It's so much fun though. So
Yeah.
my old man's got a Martini Henry 310 Cadet, and it's like this tiny little fucking thing. It looks like a toy.
Yes, yeah.
It's so
There's
much
not, there's
fun.
not much left or whatever it hits.
Yeah.
I did see the old Lee Enfield. What was it? The 2250. You sent a couple photos through of your old Sporter.
Yeah, there was we used to call it the mini boss.
Yeah.
So I used to run around with the what do I have? The 177, and my mate had the old synthetic, and we had a lot of fun with those. So
That's nice, man. All right. Well, I think
Yeah.
now's probably the appropriate time to ask you where did your love of the outdoors all start? As Ryan pops a champagne, apparently.
I was going to say that's a good shot.
That was a Corona, believe it or not. Now, yeah, where did your love of the outdoors all begin? Where did you find yourself out and about in our great country?
I was not sheltered as a child, but I was an indoors kid. But got out as much as possible, just walking the streets and shit. And I used to live down near a river, so just walking up and down that.
Yep.
Used to live near Holsworthy Army Barracks. So I was always hearing, gunshots and grenades and shit. Army brat growing up as well. And went through TAFE and went, fuck this. This is boring. So I got a diploma in IT. When I need to get out. And as I said, bought my first four-wheel drive. I actually swapped it for a laptop to get my first four-wheel drive. And got in it and just fucked off for the weekend. And, it overheated like a motherfucker. But just the experience getting there, you know what I mean? And going where other people can't get. And as I said before, it's simple. Just so simple. You take a bag of food and a couple of drinks and whatever you need, you fuck off. The stars, you know what I mean? You get that far out where there's no pollution. Fuck. Yeah. That's an amazing sight up there, isn't it?
Sure is.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's taken for granted, man.
Yes, 100%. And I literally had a swag. I think I sent you a photo. It was a little forerunner, just an awning and a swag. That was it. A couple of tubs of, groceries and plates. That was it. I had a fire pit and that was it. And just progressed from there. I haven't changed it. It's still simple. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's more relaxed. You get the fuck out and you chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What more is there? We take Australia for so much granted. I haven't been out of Australia, and there's so much to do here. And Cape York, that's the ultimate. It's simple, it's easy, it's clean. Just get out, and that's what it is. You get out there and the second you open that door when you put up camp, you haven't even set camp up, and you can just feel the relaxation go through you.
Yeah, man.
That's what it's all about for me.
It's beer o'clock already as soon as you get out there.
100%. The second you open that door, you haven't set camp up yet, and it's just you bang, you're on.
Bit. How often do you get out?
I used to go every weekend. I used to every week, and then it started going every second weekend. I got heavily involved with work and wanted to progress, and I set myself a goal, just smashing goals. And I've been there for just under 5 years, and I'm a manager, and I now need to step back a bit. I need to do that as well. As I said, I was meant to go last week. I haven't been for quite a while because of the old spicy cough. We're pretty restricted where we could go. Hence why I then made a fire pit in the backyard. Just start making fires, that smell of smoke, Love it. Yeah, get out there, fucking roast the marshmallow, get the camp oven out, just anything to remind you what's out there. Make it simple. See what's there. Some of the times I've had bush are better than where I am here with mates.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I haven't been doing it that long, probably 6-7 years, maybe a little bit longer, and just grabbed it by the balls and just went with it. So
it's one of those things. Like you get out in nature, like the oxygen levels are higher, the stress levels are lower. You just
Can I have the stats on that, please, man?
No, I can send it to you. It's not stats.
I'll trade you.
To correct you, it's data, not stats.
Sorry.
So fuck, if you want to be a smart ass, at least get it right.
Sorry, Dr. Ryan.
Which website was that on?
It's not a website, it's a paper review.
Wikipedia is not peer reviewed, Ryan.
No, he typed it up on Word and printed it, mate.
It's a paper I wrote myself.
He got a little bit of coffee and stained it so it looks old too.
Burnt the edges like the old pirate map.
100% school projects.
Wait, have you ever thought about on Excite yourself just putting a blanket invite out and being like, listen here, mofos, fucking Space Age is fucked off. Like, be here at this point. We're travelling down to this point. Everyone's welcome.
Yep.
You thought about that?
100%. I've often thought, you know what, fuck this. Tomorrow I'm going bush.
Yeah.
And just not giving a fuck what happens. What's funny though, and this is how much shit can change in one go. So I don't know about down there, but we've banned all plastic bags up here, and you have to pay for a fucking plastic bag.
Yeah, no, we got that.
We were the pioneers of that shit.
Yeah. I went bush for a weekend and come back, and I've gone stopped back at Woolies to get some groceries on the way home, and they're like, it'll be 15 cents. I'm like, the fuck you talking about? And she's like looking at me going, what do you mean? I've been bush for 3 days and shit changed.
Yeah.
It's just it's off its head.
We had a similar story. I think we were in Vic. We went bush for like a week and then went to a town, and we're like, why the fuck is everyone wearing masks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, because we obviously didn't have any. We smelt like a 60-year-old fucking ripe piece of meat, and then walking in and around, just going to get a meat pie. Everyone's wearing a mask and
do you have a mask on?
Why?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It felt
Yeah,
like being a foreigner. Like it was
Yeah,
so
man.
weird because we literally
You've walked into the movie called Outbreak, and it's like, what's going on? Where's the monkey?
Yeah.
Like,
Although technically we
This
were
is-
foreigners, we're in Vic.
This is the point where I was just like, fuck this, let's go back bush.
I think it was
Yes.
coffee. I think we went in town for coffee.
Yeah, I still remember the bakery because the bakery's got a samba hanging up into it.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a mask on.
yeah, I've gone like we've gone for a week and come back and just shit changed so quick, and it's like, why? What the fuck's happened? So,
Yeah.
nah, definitely up. I'm definitely up for just going bush and seeing fuckers.
Well, you got 3 passengers here. So
I like to
We'll go
drive.
Well, because I know 105, it's big enough to fit yours. So let's go.
Josh can sit in the footwell.
Yeah, that's fine.
because my dick needs an entire chair for itself.
You can you can probably fit in the glove box. Like it's pretty dope.
That kind of girth is nothing to brag about, man.
No, but yeah, you're more than welcome for an invite. I definitely, Vic High Country is definitely on the cards at some stage.
Yeah.
Shit,
you know,
yeah.
We want to go see Craig's Hut for what version Craig's Hut's at now? 7th.
Something like that.
Somewhere,
I don't know.
definitely love to go see that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just any high country really, but then definitely go for a hunt. You know, I got a lot of guys bringing deer into me from Vic High Country, and it's just a different taste.
Yeah, man.
So good.
From what's up here. So it's on my list, 100%.
Yeah, man. We'll bring that deer.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, screw this. We can all just go hunt deer in
Let's go hunting.
Vic.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
let's smash it. Let's go put some. There's a
I'll bring the beers.
spider hanging up. Ryan's pet.
Eat it.
No, it's a baby. I'm going to keep it so he can fuck up all the other bugs in my house.
Just get a better house.
It's falling down around us.
That's your second one now, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
It is. He's not just
Yeah.
making weird signs across the table.
And my children.
You're fucked, bro.
Yeah.
This is Steve. Steve, say hello.
Can you tell he's got ADD? Fuck me.
I'm hoping it bites him.
Oi,
I got
Yeah,
bit
this is
by
the
a
last-
bee on my face 2 days ago.
hang on. How's this for a story, right? So you're talking about ADD. I'm going to fucking completely change everything up here. So I was reading something the other day, and this dude, right? He's like just an ordinary guy. He's not bright. He dropped out of college and this and that. He did a bit of bodybuilding for a while. Anyway, he's gone to this pub one day and he's come
Is his
out.
name Josh?
Sounds familiar.
Anyway, he's come out of the pub and some dudes have bashed him. Like fucking King hit him and fucking like bashed him up. And anyway, the dude didn't go to hospital. We went home and he couldn't sleep for like the next, 24 hours or something. Obviously, you're going to have to fact check this story because I can't remember it verbatim. But anyway, he's woken up from it and he's seen everything in geometrical shapes, right? You right, bud?
No, sorry. There's
I'm saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. You right, bud?
It's on your beer.
What's on? Oh, the
I
fire.
look, from my point,
no,
I
it's
can
a
see like a
spider.
shadow. It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's a spider. Anyway, so he's seen everything in geometric shapes. Anyway, he's gone a bit fucking crazy and he's gone to see a doctor about it. And this doctor says he's got basically what's happened is one part of his brain's died and other parts have created a neurological pathway. And this is just how he sees things now. Anyway, he went back to college and was doing maths, and some chick was putting a formula on the board and then drew the formula on a graph. And it's clicked in his head that everything he sees is maths. Now the dude's like a Stephen Hawking's with legs. Like, he's just like this
An
genius,
able-bodied
man.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. He's just this genius.
I was going to say Stephen Hawking did have legs, but
Yes. All right.
Functioning
legs. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Functioning everything.
But yeah, how's that for a story? So, look, we can fix Ryan, I guess, is the what I'm trying to get at.
I don't know what you're talking about. That half of my brain's already dead.
his legs work too.
No, do you know what? The greatest hindrance to the human mind is the emotional impact and the cap that we have on our capability for focus. So we have a
Yeah, self-doubt.
yeah,
Self-doubt's huge.
fuck yeah. If you eliminate self doubt and you eliminate the emotional impact of trauma and that sort of thing, and have purely a logical mindset. We've got a single state processor in our brain. Like we cannot actually do two things at once because our brain can only go process one thing at a time.
Wait a second. Yes, I can do two things at once.
They can't.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that.
I did three things at once. Then I drank, I spilled it, and I spoke.
You can't focus on two
Here's
things
a question
at once.
for you. This will be interesting if you can get it. What is the average attention span of an adult?
It's like 3 point something seconds, isn't
It's
it?
like 30 seconds maybe.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Close.
Yeah.
Kids is late.
Yeah, I can see that actually because I give if there's a new show on TV, man, I give it like 5 seconds, 10, realistically 20 seconds. If it's no good in 20 seconds, that's it. I'm fucking done. Next.
So do you know what? The younger the age bracket, the less the attention span.
Yeah. Social media.
Do you know what? Actually, no, I've noticed in movies now, and especially the newer movies that come out, they always have something crazy go on in the first 5 seconds. And I think of you every time.
Because it lures you into watching the fucking thing. It's basic like psychology, mate.
So what did I
No,
watch?
Let's
that's
just call
new
it
age
cock tease.
psychology.
What did I watch? It was one of the new movies that came out. The one with Tom Holland, the guy that's Spider-Man, Uncharted.
Is that good?
Right. So I actually enjoyed it. But in the the opening scene,
terrible.
something crazy was going on, and then and that was a flashback, and then they went back to it later in the movie and played the exact same thing, and I'm like, they've literally done that to hook you in to have something crazy going on in the
if
first
it
5
doesn't
seconds.
grab you in the first minute, then what are you doing watching it, mate?
I feel like God in 60 Seconds and Fast and Furious were the beginnings of that.
No, it's been around for decades.
Yeah.
Just to serve you and your instant gratification.
No, it's basic.
I mean, how many decades? Can you be more specific?
Nah, if you got a shiny thing in front of you, you're gonna be like, "Oh, cool." If it's dull and boring, you're gonna be like, "Oh, fuck that."
Does that apply to hunting?
Oh man, big bucks drive me
I don't know,
nuts.
man. You're pretty
Yeah, but I mean,
dull and boring
it
and
takes
west
a
of
good day
here.
of planning to get to that point, doesn't it?
True.
Yeah, it does, but because the shiny object is in front of me, so that's the reasoning behind the planning.
Whereas in a
But if
movie,
you've just unloaded your car and you're going to start hiking, you know it's at the end, or maybe not at the end. So what's the shiny thing at the start to get you there?
The thought of that big
Josh is
deer
just
walking
stupid.
out.
but then a movie might be good. A movie might be good even if it's slow in the start. Ooh,
Nah,
mind
nah.
blown.
Look at Apollo 13. We all know how that's going to go. You still watched it?
No, I didn't. Never watched it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of movie where no one would watch it unless someone said, "This is a really good movie."
So hang on. In a porn, right,
Well, hang on.
where they set it up and they have this whole
Steady on.
storyline and there's no fucking.
Everyone fast forwards to the anal. Everyone.
Pornhub has if you're on Pornhub, they've even got that spike in the little. You know how you click the screen?
Ryan's a seasoned veteran in
No,
this.
it's where the interesting bits are.
It is where the interesting.
He's
thing-
looking at the
spikes
audio
interest.
spike.
Oh, come on!
You don't watch it for the stories?
Everyone fast forwards to the titty bit.
No, Caleb watches it for the stories.
I watch it for the costume design and set innovation.
Bro, everyone fast forwards to anal. They always skip through looking for it.
I didn't
mate.
even know that was a category.
Caleb's trying to play all innocent here, but he's like, yeah, it's either the money shot or anal is where Caleb fast forwards to.
Bro.
When does the
You're on
horse
the
do
wrong
anal?
website.
I need a premise, all right? So at least
Fuck off.
I need to have the start of it
Stop
to
being-
understand what's going on.
want a decent storyline.
Oh,
And then I fast forward to that.
I want the
not interested.
I want the romance.
Can I borrow a couple of brown sugar?
Oh my god, Caleb is in denial.
No,
Not just
Food rights.
a river in Egypt.
I like a much more immersive experience.
Immersive is the correct word.
Anyway, back
I
to
like to penetrate my hand.
Okay, now this is a bottle of Johnny Walker Ryan coming out.
you've been helping him, by the way.
There is so many people laughing at that right now. Give yourself a
Shave
pat
one
on the
leg and
hat.
rub it up against the other.
Yeah.
You've just given him a great idea for later tonight, actually.
I'm going to fuck so many things.
Ryan's first send it, mate, bloody YouTube video is going to be how to start fire with friction.
Yeah, man. All you need is some duct tape.
Some softwood and some
the best fire
hardwood.
starter?
What?
The best fire starter is go to your dryer and take the lint out of that and save that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
That
just,
shit goes up real quick.
or just a bit lighter.
I like to fill condoms with petrol.
Obviously, if you don't have anything.
We'll just put one in your pocket before you go out.
Do you know, we
It's that simple.
a funny story, right? So I was out with Joel, Crazy Joel, the other weekend, and he was like, "Oh, all right, we're gonna." I'm throwing him under the bus. So he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna start a fire with wood." I'm standing there with a lighter. I'm like, "Okay, we'll see how this goes." In South Australia, we don't have a hardwood softwood ratio that works well with starting fire with a bow saw. We just don't. Like our species of trees are fucked for that. You can't do it. So I let him go. He's set it all up. He's found like this kind of twisted wood and like made his bow. Like 45 minutes later and two snapped fucking bits of timber later. And you could just, and this is a guy that you cannot make him upset. And I could see him seething.
The rage.
The rage. And then I just pulled out a lighter and lit the fire. I was like, mate, sometimes technology.
Why did you let it go that long? That's
Because
what I
it
want
was
to know.
fucking funny.
Dead set, man.
That's torturous, man.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted to. I was like, do you know what? Lesson learned. He now knows that he can't start a fire with a bow drill in the Australian desert. And I know that he can't handle trying to start a fire in the Australian desert with a bow drill.
Well, at least he gave it 110%.
Nah, do you know what? I take my hat off to him because he was very like persistent. And he like managed to get a bit of friction going, but there was no cigar, man.
All right. Have you had to think about what you might want to do for a dream hunt, like a species or a location?
Cougar.
I love cougars.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, if
or
it's
a,
a hot
or a
cougar,
honey
though.
badger. Those things are vicious as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give a shit.
Look, I'm going to say that's completely left field and out of the ball, but I like it. Cougar, yeah, but honey badger, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you eat the honey badger?
Fuck oath.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I like
Would
it.
you kill it with a
I will
knife?
try any. Sorry?
Would you kill it with a knife?
Oh, here we go. Ryan's going on Neanderthal.
So, have you seen the photo of the trout that I sent you?
Yeah.
Yes. That was with a
That
knife.
was hand. That was with a knife. That
As
was
in-
3.5 hours in winter, shorts, in water past my knees. We knew there was trout in there, so we trapped him in there, and all we had was a knife.
Did you
That
try
was
to
it.
talk it down first?
No.
That's fucking outstanding, man.
Well done.
I mean, it was fucked. Like I don't feel the cold, and I couldn't feel my feet, type of thing. What was shit though is after 3.5 hours, where I was standing, I looked straight down. There was probably a trout yay big straight under me the whole fucking time. But I got the trout with a knife, then cooked it straight up. It was probably the best tasting fish I've ever had.
Yeah, nice.
So it was spectacular.
Fish,
So yes, I would take it down with a knife.
fish is lost on Caleb, so when we come forward driving with you, the only thing on the menu will be fish.
No, actually, no, it's not. If people will recall our last episode, Caleb.
Did not eat the fish.
They're still in my
Hey.
fridge, mate.
But if you're with him while he catches fish, you're guaranteed a feed. Because
Here's a challenge for you. So you left or right-handed?
We're all right-handed.
Yeah, Catholic.
Sweet. So go king fishing with a left-handed reel. Yeah, that was fun to not. So straight out Sydney heads,
Yeah.
and if you've caught a kingfish before, they're fucking tough as shit, and they feel like a ton on the end of your rod. And to jump on the left-handed reel when you feel fucked. Yeah, you just go like, what am I doing? It's hard.
Yeah,
And,
it's kind of like drawing a map to your house with left hand and a crayon.
try writing your name with the left hand. Yeah, it's simple. It's crazy. You mentally going, I know what I got to do, but it just doesn't happen. And 60 centimeter kingfish, and give that a go.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
I've never landed one. I've had one on the line for about 30 seconds, and fuck me, they put up a fight.
Yes, I did a day charter. Awesome day.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I caught 3 by the end of the day. But the very, very first one was left-handed.
As we speak, Ryan is trying to write left-handed next to me.
That's
Legible.
It's probably better than your normal writing.
Actually, I'm not going to lie. I'm better left-handed than I am right-handed.
Let's
Maybe let's just start
that's a
doing
good-
that from now on.
That's a good feat, man. Left-handed, because the coordination's just. I'm trying to picture it in my head, and all I'm seeing all kinds of shades of shit.
Yeah,
out of my
100%.
head.
Yeah, it was straight up. It was like, well, one, I can't pull this thing off the bottom, and then two, I've got to turn this reel. You know what I mean? Like the old egg beater, and it just throws everything off in one go.
Yeah.
But no, bring it back to the podcast. I've hunted quite a fair bit. So fish, deer, the buck that's in the photo there. That was our very first. This was all in one weekend. We done 27 roos, three foxes, our first buck, our first doe, first backstrap. Everything was in one weekend. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So the buck was so easy as well.
On those
Really?
pics, is one of those
Yeah.
pics a deer stuck in a fence?
No, so that was the buck that we got, and we wanted the skull, so we chucked it up in the fence to let the natural process happen.
Yeah.
And we went back and took the photo of it. And my missus was there. She's like, "Oh, look at the deer head," and got closer, and it was just the eyes are like coming out and the coming out the neck and all that. And she wasn't happy, but yeah, we wanted the skull. So
Yeah.
but yeah, the buck was probably the easiest thing I've ever caught as well. It was not caught, sorry, shot. With the property we used to have, we had about a K driveway to go up there, and I used to be the spotter. And great eyes, I can 20/20 vision, hearing everything. Driving up, I went bang. There's eyes over there, and we've looked over, and there's a buck just bedded, just sitting there, like doing nothing, and it's bang done. Didn't even get up, and then we had to pull it out. And fuck me, you never know how unfit you are until you have to pull one of those bad boys out.
Yeah, man. The work starts after you pull the trigger.
Yeah, but in the same weekend, the night before, we've been going there for 5 years, and we didn't know there was deer there. Next one, we've come up with this thing. We've looked over, there's a pack of sheep. No, look back, and there's a fucking pack of deer. And just open fire. It was go for gold, because out where we were, they were pests. And so just let go. Happy days. So then the next night, the first night we got the doe, a young buck. Then the next night we got the big buck. So that's when we first had a backstrap and everything.
Very nice.
What are we asking Tim now? We got any burning questions, Josh? You usually have a burning question.
I've covered a fair bit. We've covered cars. We've covered guns.
Fishing.
Cars
An
and
ND?
guns.
Do you want a quick ND?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hang on. ND!
ND!
Indeed.
Negligent discharge.
Love it.
All right. Tim's got an ND for us this week.
All right.
Let's do it.
Hit us.
So
mate.
this was all in one weekend, all right? Midsummer, I think we topped at about 42 degrees. Started on the Friday. We shot 12 roos on the first day, 3 foxes the same night.
Under a discharge,
And then-
of course.
And then we landed them all on a massive log just for the rest of the weekend, just popping shots at these things. Happy days. Next night, we got out and found the buck. Then we got the doe and all that type of stuff. Happy days. Then we come up to the last day where we've got to start packing up and everything. So we're like, well, we have to get rid of these 3 foxes, don't we? So I heard my mate, I was on the quad, sorry. He goes, what I'm going to do is lay this blanket out for you. You back up. I'm going to throw the foxes on the blanket. You throw it in the quad, then I take off. Sweet. So I'm ready. He's got the balaclava across his face and been in 3 days of 42-degree heat. He's grabbed the first fox and he's spun, turned, and just grabbed 2 legs.
Oh.
The fox is just sitting there. He's just going, I'm on the quad pissing myself laughing. He's dropped him. As he's spun around and gone to take a step back, he's looked down and gone, snake. And there's a juvenile tiger snake sitting where his foot is. And then it's gone for my mate out of nowhere. Like it's almost grabbed him on the ankle. Dang, I've put 3 rounds into this thing with a bolt action. I don't know how quick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How far from hospital were you?
I think it was about that far away from getting him. Like it was probably about 2 inches from his ankle. So yeah, it was.
You can't go wrong with the old shovel smacker. on the snake. Just
There's one thing we didn't have.
Yeah.
There's one thing we didn't have in all of this.
I mean-
and this whole ordeal took it felt like 12 hours, but it was like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we ended up killing the snake, but then we had to go back and get the fucking foxes, didn't we?
Yeah.
So they were very, very ripe, and
Yeah.
threw them and just folded them up essentially at the end of it. But yeah, it was a great experience. So,
Yeah.
it's funny. Like I don't know what the laws are over there, but the laws here are if you come in contact with like a brownie or the like snakes that are on the endangered. I don't think they're on the endangered list, but they're on the what's the next
the
one?
cut list.
A list that you're not allowed to hurt them.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not. It's not
Yeah.
the endangered list, but it's the protected
Protected.
species list. Sorry, protected. So you're not allowed to kill a brownie if you're in South Australia unless it's having a crack at someone and you're in immediate danger. So if you come across one and you kill
They
it,
always do.
oh yeah, because that's the fucking way the species works.
I just go horse riding all the time, and like you see the reds, and the reds just fuck off.
Yeah.
But the brown will go you in a horse. Like
Yeah,
they
man.
don't care on size or anything, and yeah, death to them.
Yeah, actually, speaking of horse riding, that is another one of the photos you've sent through. What's the story with horse
Yeah.
riding?
So my mother used to work at Warwick Farm Racecourse, and as a trainer there. So I've always grown up around horses.
Yep.
Pretty sure it was a short stint there where I thought Jimmy Barnes was my father. He used to come down every Friday night and just get pissed with all the trainers and shit. And so
Was that
that's a
after
great
he
story.
was that after he bought into the horse and then was like there all the fucking time?
He was the horse, but no, he was always there, and grew up with horses since I was young. Mum's always had horses and shit, so I've always been around them. And the horse that was in the photo there's the next trot horse. That's a fucking 17-hand horse or something like that. So if you know measurements of horses, it's probably as big as fucking rhino really. And it's a big
I'm
fucking
18 hands.
waist down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been in everything my whole life. I just don't give a shit. Jump on anything, give it a go.
Yep.
Same as Josh, want to give bull riding a go.
Fuck yeah! Oh God, I want to do that.
Fucking
So
sign me up.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
The question I've always had is how the fuck do the hats stay on?
They're really tight.
Sign me up. I think it's one thing that Mrs. fucking hates. I'll give you anything you go, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, man.
It's do you find I've got a question actually. Do you find that the older you get, you almost your
The less fucks
ability
you give.
Yeah, the ability to care about the consequences on those sorts of things become less and less. Like I don't know, I don't know if it's just my fucked up head, but I just sort of want to do more dangerous stuff. I want to feel
that's
that
true.
thrill. I want to feel alive.
Yeah, you want to experience life.
Yeah.
Grab life by the
Put it this
balls.
way, I bought my 80 series, and the first thing I do is I'm going to put this through the biggest fucking hole I can find.
Yeah.
No snorkel or anything, and I drowned the first day. Good thing it was petrol, because you just pull the spark plugs out, blow them out, and you happy goes, kept going home. I literally did that. I bought a $5,000 80 series and fucked it straight away. Mrs. didn't like that, but shit fucking happens.
It's all part of the fun, mate.
It's weird though.
Yeah, 100%.
You just kind of want to be like, oh, I just want to feel alive.
Yeah,
I think you'd lose that sense because when you're young, the world is your oyster, and then you do the things that within society are new things for you and are new and exciting. But then once you've done those things, like, well, what's next?
Yeah.
I think there's also a bit of like this sort of falling into the stigma of it's just like, oh, you got to be safe, you got to work 9 to 5, you got to do this and that, and then that
fuck
becomes like
that.
a bore.
Yeah.
And then like on your weekends, you're like, nah, I want to give this a go.
You want excitement, like excitement from like when you're 18 years old to when you're 25 to 27. Excitement is everything. You're like, it's new experience.
No, see, I found that after 25, shit got exciting for me.
Oh, really? I mean, I
it was just
doing
like,
all
fuck
kinds
this, I want to fuck everything up and see what I can do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I was doing cocaine and playing rock and roll gigs when I was in that age bracket. So I was like, fuck, everything was fucking, every weekend was exciting.
You picked early.
I mean, I signed up
early.
to footy when I was 25 and went, I'm going to run at the biggest motherfucker I can. I was the smallest guy on the team. I wanted to be prop,
Yeah.
Fucking throw the ball at me and let me run straight.
Being the biggest motherfucker that is ever anywhere, I would like to say that the people that pick on the biggest guy need to think about what they're doing before they do it.
Bro, I got stretched off 3 times because of that.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. No, motherfucker. The bigger they are, the harder they hit.
Look, man, little man syndrome is a thing.
It is
It's a
absolutely
fucking
a
thing.
Oh, look, I'm
God.
6 foot and I've got broad shoulders and I don't care if I can send it. You know what I mean? It's what's going to happen at the end of it.
Oh, dude, the amount of dudes that have been like 5 foot nothing that have tried to fight me and I've laughed them off. Literally laughed in their face. Like, fucking dude.
Right, big man, let's play Rochambeau.
I still don't know what that
You
The best
stand there and I'll
attitude is
get
like
a
my
kick you in
kids.
the dick.
is.
So
It's
My
funny
kids, like,
because
they
you
see
can't
the
even
attitude I have and they want to do it.
you can't even reach my dick because it's
so small. Yeah,
I mean,
true.
it's at mouth level for him.
no. I'll slap you with my dick and your leg span is
No, you,
you're like
can't,
an
you
Oompa-
can't have your cake and eat
Picture
it,
this.
man. You can't have your cake and
You're like
eat
an
it.
Oompa Loompa trying to kick a pinata. That's just picture that.
Yes, that is a perfect picture.
He's not orange.
Just
You know,
small.
the older I got, the better my kids have seen. Just fucking go for it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, oh, man, it's that
6 weeks
mentality.
ago,
isn't it?
my daughter on a quad, like no helmet, fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Sent it around the corner doing 30 and flipped the fucking thing. I've looked at her and go, oh shit, here we go. She got up, flipped it, and got back fucking on it. It was
Oh,
like,
fuck
holy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's just, you know, they feed off us, as you guys were saying before.
Yeah.
But the more you don't give a shit, you know, it happens. Shit works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
And I think that's what's going to help contribute later on in life, where it's that resilience that we were talking about earlier. Where I don't think we were even recording when we had that conversation, but you put your kids in these situations where they challenge themselves, and then you don't make a big deal out of it when they fail, and then you go and they go, oh well, fuck it, or I'll get up and keep going, and then that's when you give them congratulations.
Yeah.
And that's that resilience and the personality that develops where if something happens in their life, they don't go, fucking so poor me. They go, okay, well, it is what it is. We'll fucking get on with it. And they're the kinds of kids that turn into the people that make a difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely make a difference. And then you've got these.
So the way I taught both my kids to ride a motorbike or a quad bike was I stand in front of it, like 30 centimeters away from it, and come to me, then stop. Come to me, then stop.
Yeah.
You know, just get that distance further out. No helmets. Like they're not wearing a helmet or anything. Or, you know, they're like, well, don't I need this? Yeah, when you go faster, but you're not in that controlled situation yet. We need it. You know, and my daughter flipped a quad bike doing 30K at a hard hook, you know, but she got up and just got back straight on it. My son on a motorbike did his first tabletop, hit the corner too hard, flipped over and pulled his thumb back, got up, got back on, kept going. You know, it's legends. You know what I mean?
That's what I don't understand. Like, for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, parents have been putting their kids in the deep end to fucking learn because they need to learn how to survive and also learn a skill set that helps them become an adult. For some reason, in the last couple of decades, it's been...
My question is, are you allowed to laugh at them?
Fuck others.
Dude, I laugh at
Fuck
my kids.
others.
Of course
My
you
kids-
are.
Yeah.
My son cut
I tripped my
himself
kids
open
over
and I
and pushed them
laughed
over
at
and
him.
laughing.
But you know what it does? It
Teaches
teaches your
resilience.
kids not to be afraid of, like, the whole world's going to explode if something happens to them, like they've hurt
Nah, it
themselves.
teaches them that it's okay to get hurt.
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
like, and I
right,
say to
like-
my son, like, has your hand been cut off? No.
Yeah.
Or can you move your hand? Yes.
Pain's
You're fucking
temporary.
fine.
Yeah.
I'll throw my kid as high as I can into the pool, you know, and the face is terrifying when they're coming back down. But that's how I learned how to swim. You know, if we got out of the pool, you got thrown back in by your parent. You know, too bad if you can't swim.
I mean, I nearly drowned when I was 6, so
I helped my cousin. My cousin was drowning next to me. He was doing somersaults and shit, and the lifesaver wouldn't do shit. So it was like that. You know, if I didn't get thrown into a pool, feel comfortable, I'm feeling uncomfortable.
yeah.
You know, then you know what to do. How to say that kid.
I think it's one of those things where you need to put your kids in those challenging situations so they can grow. And that is it. That's like the end of it. If you're not doing that, then you're a fucking shit parent. And I'm not going to apologize for saying that. Like, if you're not going to put your kids in a challenging situation and you want to put them in fluffy bunnies and fucking bubble wrap, your kid will not survive in the real world. And that is negligence as a parent. If you're not willing to put your kid In a challenging situation, the world will challenge them and they will eat them alive.
My daughter's 11. I say, go get the fuck outside. Go play at the park. I don't care where you fucking
Fucking
go.
oath.
Yeah.
Get outside.
Yeah, 100%.
I meant like irresponsible parenting. That's what it is.
Oh, you fucking said it
Great.
off here.
Hey?
Don't turn the aircon on. Put the windows up.
Nah, crack it when you're going into the shops. If you're going to play the pokies, crack 2 windows.
Oh, wow. I love
If
it.
the kid doesn't know where the window breaker is, it's their fault.
Yeah, that's right.
I lasted many hours in a fucking seat waiting for my mum to do the shopping in a fucking 30
Mate,
fucking
right now I'm in
degree heat.
I'm in a room that's like 1,500 by 3 meters. I'm sweating my balls off. I'm fine.
So I think there's actually laws against that now. You're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, I'm
kids in
pretty sure there
cars.
is, man. Yeah.
My wife hasn't come in yet, so I'm still good.
Do you know, I leave my son in the car and he figures out how to get out and then climb up onto the roof racks. I'll come out
Fuck yes.
and be like, how the fuck did you get up there? He's like, I don't know, but I can't get down.
That's like 101 of tree climbing, eh? As a kid, you're like, yeah, I'm fucking heaps high. Then you look down, you're like, fuck. How do I get up here?
You hear this, Dad! Dad, I'm stuck. Get down the same way you got up. I don't know how I got up.
Oh, Jesus.
Crikey.
Oh,
What do
any
you
more questions, boys?
I reckon I haven't got any others.
No, I'm good.
Cool, man. I reckon let's wrap this thing up then. It's been an absolute pleasure, Tim, for having you on
has.
this podcast. Thank you
We
for
haven't
your time.
touched much on forward driving. I think we've had a blast. So
Oh,
Look,
we'll get into it.
it goes that way sometimes, but you know what? There's always room to have you back again, man. That's,
I
that's
think
the
I've
beauty
there's
of
always part 2.
There
One
is.
more question for you, my friend. Your favourite spot to go forward driving?
Ooh.
We've got a few, but there's a place called Abercrombie River, and it's legit on a river, and it has the best of both worlds. You can go from one time when it's flooded like it is now, where it's 6 meters high, and then next time you can go there and you can go swim down the river. I've seen platypus there, and not many people can say they've seen a platypus in the wild. I've been hunting there where I caught my first koi and made the mistake of not taking the camelback. Walked 3 hours down the river before I caught it. Then realised I had to go back 3 hours. It's one of those places that has everything, which is fantastic. I've had my bucks party there where I didn't even touch on that, where I almost lost a finger. It's
Mate,
it has
part,
everything.
part
there,
two.
so.
Part two.
Is that because if you got to put it in your
100%.
pocket or what?
Sorry.
I say, is it because you forgot to put it in your pocket?
Oh no! I had the fucking deer head in my hand. I chopped it off with an axe because I wanted this thing. But then I started to skin it with a knife and slice my finger open. Now I've got this massive lump on my finger, and because I was almost infected and had to lose my finger. But yeah, it was
wow.
good times.
Oh, you literally
it has-
lost a finger.
Yeah, no, I was skinning this thing. It was I don't know how old this thing was, but part 2 for that one.
Yeah.
So-
Well, that's a good little teaser, man, for the next
Yeah.
time we have you on.
Yeah.
So.
So, hang on.
My wife wasn't happy. Put it that way.
You stabbed yourself in the guts and you've nearly cut your finger off.
Oh, there's worse than that as well. So my body's a temple.
So stab it into submission.
No, if you're not
Pretty much, yes. It doesn't listen to me.
I mean, you did mention quite a significant weight loss. Did you just slice yourself down?
Just cut out
Pretty
the
much,
fat.
yeah. I don't like that.
Well, that's got to go.
Just don't need this. Slice that off.
Yeah, so let it go on.
Love it. All right. Well, it sounds like we will have to have you back, Tim, for a part 2, and we'll get more into
Absolutely.
your topic of passion, which is forward driving. But we have spoken a little bit. It was good fun to have your knowledge and have a good laugh tonight. So, thanks again for your time. And
Thank you very much, boys.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was a pleasure.
it was indeed.
Time. Enjoy your drive home. Or 3
Yeah.
hours. 3 hours, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, look, man. Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
do
I've
what
got
you got
so
to do
much
for
driving to
deer,
do.
eh?
Oh,
Like,
I'm hearing you.
Yeah. The reds are roaring, the fellow are croaking, and my dick's hard.
He's not even lying. He's
As
always
always.
like now.
I am sitting way too close to you right now.
I have to spray Glen 20 after him when he walks out my house. That's
Yeah.
how much his dick stank is.
One day, can you just put a black light on that back wall there?
Oh no, because you'll see my name written in jizz.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What's your name? I'll write it for you.
In cursive as well.
It's like George. That's what's written on the back wall. Who the fuck is George? Yeah, wouldn't you like to know?
All right, motherfuckers. This is it for us. I think Caleb's champing at the bit.
Oh, we're leaving this podcast on semen calligraphy. So, fuck me. That's
It's a
that's-
start on Dick, so now we're ending it on Dick.
all right. Well, look, it's so fun talking to you, Tim, but we got to leave it there, mate. We'll have you back for part 2. Thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Timmy.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Cool. And
Anytime.
catch you again next week for another episode of Centre Made Podcast.
We hopefully will if we haven't been turned off by semen calligraphy.
Dude, it's 2022. It's a new art form.
I'm going to start making art like that, man, and selling it. Fuck it.
Dude,
Black light.
people will
White canvas,
buy
black
it.
light.
Free HIV.
Josh Jizz.
All right, let's get out of here.
It rhymes.
All right, dude and dudettes, that's it for us.
There, boys.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Catch ya.
Bye.
Catch ya.
G'day, dude and dudettes. Josh here. Do you find it hard to keep your long, hard barrels free from gun STDs? Maybe you need a clean out of your bore. If this is you, jump on over to highcaliber.com.au and use the promo code SENDITMATE to receive a 10% discount on all your gun cleaning needs. And remember, it's sexy to support Australian-made products. Everyone here at Send It Mate uses High Caliber, and we can promise you that it'll keep your firearms free from those pesky gun STDs.